Well, that I just need Boom.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome back to Monday Night Mountaineers.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can hear me as well as you can hear the other mic. So we have two mics
Really?
now.
What? I know.
I
see
that.
What
do you
Zooming
see?
in on the map.
I know.
Can't see anything,
There's
but
not a
it's
whole
fun
lot.
to try.
I actually saw that when I took the picture. I'm like, oh no. And I figured that nobody would do anything about it, but I was wrong. There's a bill there.
We've already been there and there and there. No.
I know. Check. Empty. You may remember that last we left off, the brave adventurers had been
It's
kind
working.
of an echo.
A little.
I'll just talk a little quieter maybe.
No, it's not. It should be fine.
Our brave adventurers had been rafting down the river. Had, actually before that, finished tormenting the drow, set free some ghostly pirates, and we're just drifting along, and we're ambushed by 5. They're not sure that it was 5, but I will tell you now. Drow. 2 on one side of the river and 3 on the other. Well-placed firebolt took over 2 of the other side. There was some spiders that were created, and then a crocodile reached Coraline up to try to get the rest. As you finish, let's see, you have.
Did you guys start?
Yeah.
So only just, we did recap.
Did you find that chair that you went to look for?
I did not find a chair because unfortunately I had to turn it.
I know. I was just reminding you that there was a chair needed. As you recuperate after this death, because that one did die, we'll delete now. We have 2 party members who are keeping the boat still and no longer drifting downriver. 2 party members are in the water. 1 is on the opposite shoreline, just making sure everybody's dead. And there's 1 that's missing that we haven't discussed.
Split the party!
Split the party, why not? Lilith, who's not here but will be actually today, has talked to me and realized a little too late that coming so close to her previous tormentors and kidnappers, not the exact same drow, but in Drow Town, triggered something in her, and she did her little Lilith thing and just vanished into the shadows. Going about these tunnels, she heard your battle. I know you wouldn't have actually left her behind, but we'll just assume that you did. And is going to...
Abandoned.
I know. Is going to pop right out of the shadows here on the top
It
layer.
was so hard, but I really need to get to school for it, I'm sorry.
I know. And she just does her little shadow step thing right onto the boat. Is what she has.
Oh my God!
I know.
I don't even
You're
know.
not on the boat.
You're not. You wouldn't
Okay.
have not seen anything.
So Bra and I have currently got the boat stopped, right? From what I understand. All right. How stuck is this?
I don't remember your strength check from
17.
last week. 17. You're doing fairly well.
Okay.
I might have a couple more checks to see how, and as people get
Like,
back on
it's-
the boat, but you're holding on fairly well. So the pole is stuck and you are holding on.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Bra. Listen, we got to drive this a little bit further into the bottom of the river and anchor ourselves to it so the others can get back to the boat.
Done.
Will you add your strength check to his, please? See if you 2 together.
Got the 2 weakest characters.
Weakest
This.
Do you want me to roll again, or?
I'm gonna assume that you're got in there, and then we'll just see what Brock can add to.
Just a straight strength.
Straight strength check.
18.
Great. So together you're doing fairly well.
Okay.
Over time you might get a little tired and have to re-roll as we get the people on the boat, but I think
Alright.
you're good.
All right, I'm gonna look at Bra and I'll just be like, get your rope, tie the boat to the pole.
Well, that I can do.
Okay.
That I'm good at.
Survival. Knots.
As
he's saying this, I'm going to tell the spiders to web the boat to the ceiling.
Sure.
So they're going to
Are
crawl
they
on
gonna
either side of the
crawl
boat.
Are they like on the ceiling, like here and here?
Well, they got spider climb, so they
Yeah.
can just,
So they're just
go
above
above
the
it
boat.
and then just...
Just for the sake of keeping everything clean, I'm gonna move them a little bit to the side, but
Sure.
they can be on this ceiling. Or yeah, sure.
They have the ranged web attack, so
Yeah, they can. I don't know how dexterous they are with their. I don't know if they're gonna web.
Can they take a 20 on this?
Sure.
You know the term, right?
I don't think
You just repeat a skill check until you pass.
I had not heard of that, but every day with D&D is learning for me. Sure, we can take a 20 on this. They might be covered in webs a little bit, but I can assume that over time you do indeed
Been
take
there,
the
done
20.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So now that the boat is a little more secure,
Mm-hmm.
Bra and I can finally let go
Yes,
of the.
safely.
Okay.
I'm
Kinda
going
crazy
to, since you
since
had
you
stopped
did
it in front of you, the boat's gonna kind of like drift around downstream, right?
Right.
But the pole will still keep it in the same location. So
All right.
you'll just spin around a little bit.
That's fine.
And then-
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Yeah. As soon as that's done, then I'm gonna like look for Soul and look for everybody else.
Oh, please. Look for
Soul
me.
has communicated to me that he's going to run and jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, swan dive.
Swan dive right down. Yeah, call that acrobatics.
Right into the web.
Modified 20.
Oh,
Beautiful.
there.
Are you swan diving onto the boat or just kind of near it?
No, onto the boat could be bad for everyone's
just
long-term
checking.
health. Aiming for water.
So you back up a little bit and you go boom, 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 and you fly right off. And I keep pushing buttons and you swan dive, kaploosh right to the water. I made you a little bit bigger on accident.
Oh my god, what happened?
Bats are so invigorating.
Oh.
Yeah, you would actually have landed a little bit further out from the shoreline in case there's rocks there.
Looks
Crunch.
I don't want to edit this. Alright.
Smells good.
Alligator or crocodile.
There you go.
Sorry. Crocodile and Coraline. Are we going back to the boat? She's in the midst. I'm going to assume, Crocodile, that you are just gonna swim along. Okay, and you currently have Coraline like in your snout kind of area.
Yeah.
Are you getting back on the boat? Are you riding the crocodile downriver? What
I
is
kind
happening
of wanted
here?
to search bodies.
Go for it.
So if I can get up there,
Sure.
and then check that out.
That was which side was that?
Those
Well,
north-
she's right near the. Yeah.
Yeah. I just have this. I don't remember which. The one was a little bit higher than the other one. 6 feet above the water. Yeah, with the help of your crocodile
Help?
I'm up
friend.
there.
Sorry.
As soon as I let go, I just start swimming away.
But did you let go of her?
Yes.
Oh,
So as soon as I let go, I start swimming away.
right. I didn't know you let go. So there's a 6-foot ledge in front of you. How are you going to climb up it?
I have a couple grappling hooks.
Sure. Let's do a little survival for those grappling up.
Nice.
18.
Mm-hmm. You grapple your way right up there.
Sweet.
Awesome. You know what I found the other day in the interwebs was a random table for when you search bodies. Let me pull that back up again.
Sweet.
I know.
That's gonna be so good. I can
I
feel
know.
it. Okay. There's my.
I have to remember what it
Did I?
was.
Some useful items on that list.
Probably
Or are they
not.
all
Oh, I don't know. It was
Probably
really
not.
fun.
like the giant?
I remembered it. Alright, so these were drow.
Yes.
Let me pull up the I Loot the Drow page.
There's a thing for that.
There is,
That's
and
so
you
good.
know, I'll even do a shout out. Lady Tiefling on Instagram is kick butt with these things.
Lady Tiefling.
Lady Tiefling.
Nice.
Since when did we start censoring ourselves?
I don't think we don't play music because, you know.
Yeah, no,
sometimes-
you just said kick butt instead of,
I always say kick butt.
Is that
She
true?
means kick ass.
I do. Because I'm a teacher, so I like censor myself at school. And then I'm in my teacher mode when I'm DMing, so.
Okay.
It's an
Okay, so you're gonna go
immune
ahead and
response.
loot. Why don't you roll a d12?
Sweet. 7.
Okay, you found a silken cloak. This is stitched with silver thread in a spiderweb pattern.
Of course it is.
You find nothing else.
Silken cloak
That was
on
in
a
the
drow.
Yes.
Some of
It's-
it might actually
it
be
says I
spider
moved
web,
the
so
drow. I got the loot the drow page up. It's roll 7.
That's all it's called, though.
Silken cloak, yes.
Yeah, that's different. Okay.
it's not magic.
I
I
know you
wanted
have
it to be the
same
cool
for
one.
drow. Well, you should have rolled higher.
A
You
Puwafu.
could have rolled it. You could have gotten a jar of spider eggs. Why not?
I wanted a Puwafu. That's what I
I don't
wanted.
have one of those in my thing. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying is,
We're not getting free magic items. That's not how this is gonna work.
How are you getting back to the boat?
Swimming.
All right.
I
Do you
don't
want to
even
do
care.
a cool thing? Okay.
Not really.
And then Soul, are you getting
I
back
just
on the
assume that
boat?
everything I do is cool. So.
Yes, I would like to
Alright.
climb back up.
And I
shake off my
lost
luxurious
our
white
crocodile
walls.
friend. Where did you go? There's the
I
boat.
believe under the boat,
No, I just checked.
underneath the giant
Spiders.
spider.
Spider. Come in.
Yes.
We're in broadcast, just to be aware.
Soul. Oh, there's the alligator. And then where
Be
did
careful of the camera behind you.
Danger. Where did they
Too
put
late.
your Tom, I hid you in the dark so that way I
So you could ignore it.
confused. Yeah, and then I don't remember where I put you specifically, so
What is that?
I'll find you again.
That's the
That's
crocodile.
the crocodile. She finally found that.
Oh,
Force-
the Tom nub.
Oh.
Like I don't know
That's
where
what I was
you
like.
are.
What is it?
They're real.
I'll find
The
you
real Tom
eventually.
Like Control F.
Yeah, find Tom. No, it's okay. You'll just be a crocodile for a while,
That's good.
and then one day you won't be a crocodile anymore, and that'll be great for
Be
you.
a real boy.
Nope.
Since
Alright.
when?
There's Fishbone Jim. The ferryman. I don't know where I put you. It's fine. I'll find you. Lilith, we did talk about your small excursion to the boat, and then you and I later can talk about if you investigate the noise at all.
Okay.
Actually, we probably should do that in case you want to tell them to go back and investigate the noise with you. Shoot. It's okay. You can do that while I'm trying to find Tom now.
Did you already have me come back to the boat?
You are on the boat right now.
Oh.
Poofed in.
Well, we can do like flashback mode. Okay, so you're back on the boat.
Where the heck did you go?
That drow I asked, he looked a lot like the leader that tore my village apart, and it brought memories. I had to get some time myself.
Well, he chopped his ear tips off, he cut his eyeball out, and he sliced his tongue off. I think he's got his due.
That was
Well,
one of
it
the
wasn't.
keys in
It
that
wasn't.
sentence.
It
Saved
wasn't
him
that
too.
drow, but he looked like him at first, but he doesn't have the same scar across his eye.
It does now.
He has
the,
an eerie resemblance now.
the resemblance it brought back some bad memories.
Well, that's all right.
It's very traumatizing.
Well, we seem to be secure. Anybody?
I apologize for my absence.
I'm only half.
I'm glad you were safe.
I'm shortening the cloak to fit.
But I heard some really weird noises on my journey back to you guys.
Really?
Did you investigate said noises?
Yes. Would you want an investigation or a perception?
Investigation.
Tell me more about these noises.
Investigation. That's going to be an 18.
Sounds like a large thing snoring.
Very large thing snoring. I figured it wasn't best to get too close without
How
the rest
large
of the group.
did it sound? Wait, stop my cutting.
Okay.
How large do I think it's?
Well,
I would have tried to like get a if I like
So-
maybe like a sneak peek, but not
sure,
get too close.
Sure. You can do a little sneak peek. Do a little sneak for me, even though I know you're gonna be amazing at
stealth?
this. Yeah, a little stealth. for me.
A sneak.
Caught between a 1 and a 13. 2, 10. Oh no, 9.
Oh, good. So
Why couldn't it have been a 1?
You creak open the door, and you see a 20-foot hallway ending with another door. Nothing in it. Louder snoring now that you've gone
Louder
through that.
snoring. I would have went and pressed my ear up against
Sure.
the door.
Okay. Another perception check.
Perception 17.
Okay. Sounds even bigger than the last.
I'm gonna crack the door open.
Okay. Stealth again.
15. There we go. That's not too bad.
Hold on, I have to read this page. I knew ahead of time because of this, but
She's like, you heard snoring. Do you want to investigate?
Yeah,
I'm like,
of course
I
want
probably
to
would investigate.
You're suspicious.
Look at somebody snore down here.
Okay. Still sleeping. You see a unusually large, 10-foot tall and 10-foot wide Zorn sleeping in the middle of the room.
What do I know about Zorns?
You can see that it's big old mouth with big old teeth. I'm picturing a little bit of drool, kind of like not quite falling out, but doing that thing where it goes back and forth in his mouth. And is giant. Do a history check for me. I don't know how much you would know about Zorn.
8.
You just know what you see in front of you.
Do I know it is a Zorn, or do I just know it's...
You can
weird
see that
creature.
there's a really, really big, giant-like creature with a giant mouth. That's what you see.
So I explain that without the Zorn part.
Okay. Can I do any sort of a check to figure out if she is describing the Zorn?
I'm also curious because I asked her about the creature.
You can.
Oh.
How about Peyton?
Oh.
Do a
Oh, yeah, that's what I was
performance
imagining.
check to see if you can accurately. I found Tana.
Are
See
those
if you can accurately.
3 arms and 3 legs?
That's a Zorn.
That's a Zorn.
Yeah.
It's
So-
got this, like,
Namigo stuff.
2 arms and, like, another arm behind it. It's got these, like, 2 legs and, like, there's, like, 3 legs.
Roll a
performance.
That was good in real
Oh,
life.
yeah, there we go. 19.
Okay, so I will not make you roll with disadvantage on your
Okay.
history check. Go for
All right.
it.
That is a 26.
Okay.
It was very scary. Lots of teeth.
19.
You don't have to roll in your
Can I know what I know about Zorn?
I don't know what you know about Zorns.
Well, typically they like gems and coins, and they'll follow a pack of adventurers around for days, getting fed the coins and whatnot. They're usually pretty harmless if you just give them some treasure, but I've never really heard of a great big huge one.
Yeah, they're usually not that large.
Yeah, they're definitely not that large, not the way you're describing them. They're fairly harmless, and they can tunnel through the earth to find precious metals, and that's what they eat. They eat precious metals. Is that okay?
That's okay.
All right.
Well, do you want to go check it out? 'Cause you say you've never heard of one this big.
So you say they eat the precious metals. Do they also hoard some for
No,
later?
no, that's what they actually eat. I don't believe that you can cut it open. I think they
No, I wasn't
digest.
thinking that. Just wondered if he would hoard some to eat later, you know, and...
Would I know that? With a 27? 26?
Yeah.
You might know that. Let me see what I know about Zorns.
Would you have, Sam?
I don't
Oh, I was just at the mention of going somewhere else. Angry crocodile rumble noise.
Sure.
Oh,
The
splash.
that vibrates the water like fuck.
You
What was
would
that?
know that sometimes there's treasure too big for a Zorn to eat, even one this large. So there might be maybe some statues that he's saving to break down for later. But
That's what
Well,
currently,
If the Zorn has anything up there, it's probably going to consider it food, and it's probably going to defend it as best it possibly can. Right this moment in time, with what we've got going on, I don't think that's really a good idea. I mean, some of us got pretty messed up on this last battle, especially
true.
because you weren't around. It's okay. I understand needing to take the time and everything like that, but
We were fine, thanks.
everybody's okay? I'll look at the crocodile in the
The
water.
crocodile is not damaged, but Tomna was attacked before falling into the water.
I mean, you also.
I'm looking at you like,
Well, I made the angry rumble before.
Okay,
Like,
well-
that's I am a crocodile right now. That is the extent of my ability to communicate.
At disadvantage for me.
Perception at disadvantage.
Could be interesting to see it.
well,
Not seen one, but I don't know that I want to
That's
necessarily
going to
find it.
be a 18.
Nice. So in your quick peek, you did see, I don't know, like 3 or 4 statues and maybe like a throne.
Oh. That's right.
I
You
definitely
did
think
mention
we
that
should
there's
check it
some that they might have, and that brought back my recollection. There was a few statues and some throne or chair or something.
Was it white?
Was it white?
Why would it be like okay.
Could it be alabaster?
It is alabaster. It's so weird that you mentioned that.
Yes.
I think we're gonna go check out this horn. Sorry, Croc, but we gotta go check out this throne.
Now, how do we get there? You came. Which
I
direction
came
did
up
you
from
come
the north.
Tomna, can you make the spiders do some more webs over there,
Can I pull out my grappling hook and try to get
Spiders don't do anything.
please?
What do you want the webs for?
Nice.
To help climb.
Halfling
back two.
Hop on.
Well, what about our boat?
22.
There's more to it.
One of us doesn't want to go that way.
I teleport over.
Sounds interesting.
I
to
just
me.
grappling hooked.
I'm gonna climb on the soul's back, and we're gonna do halfling backpack as we start to scale the thing.
Druids, so I don't know exactly what your
Just for the
options
record.
are
Are you
as a
leaving the boat
Attached by all the spider
attached to
webs.
the spider webs? Okay.
Is there anywhere we could tie a rope to?
The rope is tied to the pole that's currently in the.
Is there anywhere else up on the ledge that we could secure the raft to?
Highs or lows?
Well, I'm grappling hooking to something.
We
So
could, yeah. I mean, we could use one of your grappling
Highs.
hooks for a little bit.
I'll loan out one of my grappling hooks if that will improve our odds of not losing the raft.
Sure, let me do a little highs or lows roll. 12. I will let you use one of the grappling hooks for that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, in the Amazon, there's those spiders that cover an entire stream with their webs. So it's just gonna use the thing as an anchor point, and it's gonna try to do a giant mess of webs with the only thing that's not covered being like the actual base of the raft. Is what I'm gonna try and have them do.
Sure. How do I have you make them try that? Let's roll a spider survival.
Spider
Just
survival.
have them spin a web
roll a
across the.
I don't have my
Animal
monster manual.
It should be in the back of the.
Yeah, animal.
Giant spider?
Animal handling.
Hold on, I had some giant spiders recently. Oh, they're still open. Animal handling, sure.
Me?
You can roll your own animal handling. Also, I can pull up the giant spider.
Oh, there's giant spider.
Okay,
18?
you make this happen.
Make this happen.
Are you gonna chill as a crocodile?
I'm gonna crawl up onto the raft,
Okay.
turn back into myself, and start trying to get in a rest because I am fucked up.
Alright, so you're gonna chill with the
Tommy,
raft.
get up here! I'm gonna do the thing.
I'm like bloody, and I've got holes in me, and
Grappling hook.
I have no more magic. I'm not fucking with a giant thing full of teeth.
No, I'm gonna do the tenty thing.
Did you not just say that you were going to fight the thing?
Wait, I want to go check it out, but like
You're
Yeah,
like in a
we can-
hurry.
So you want
Yeah.
to take a break first?
Yeah, we could take a break real quick.
we
and
haven't
then-
taken a
that.
break since
I
like the
need to
hags.
sleep. I
Yeah,
don't need a
just get
real
up here on the
quick
ledge.
rest.
We'll
You
take
could
a
use
break. I think the webs should hold throughout the night.
Well, I'm using my grappling hook too. So
I'm gonna
like,
twang on one of the strands to see if it seems secure.
Investigation.
While he's doing that, I'm going to prepare and start casting the ritual Unseen Servant, and I'm going to make Stanley hold the fucking boat.
Okay.
4.
It seems like it might fly away and it might be fine. You're not sure.
I don't know if the strands stay when the spiders go, so
grappling hook, rope.
I'm gonna start climbing.
Okay.
Yeah, we can
I
work
have 2
together
grappling
to tie
hooks,
the
so I can
Alright.
anchor the shit out of this.
boat
Sure.
to-
Do a survival to tie the knots.
Well, it was okay.
help her with that.
You
Can you help me with that? Cool.
I didn't hear the swear before you did that.
22.
Okay, better. So
It's the second natural 20.
overnight. So Stanley's guarding the raft.
Well, Stanley only lasts for an hour, but
Okay.
Stanley is going to hold the raft for his hour.
Sure. You've secured it. you're gonna cast your little bubble. Are you
Yeah.
casting it right here next to the river? I'm
Um,
not gonna judge you for it, but I'm just asking.
I want to kind of be able to keep an eye on the raft
Okay,
and like
perfect.
react if it
That's-
starts to fly
I
away.
just
So
wanted to make sure I understood you correctly.
in view of raft.
Okay.
Yes.
This is your view of raft.
So yes, up on the ledge, right here, right next to the river. We're just gonna try to take a long rest.
Yep.
Right now,
Why the fuck
Right.
not?
because our decisions are not bad at all.
It's fine.
We split the party once today.
Yeah.
We
it's
all made it
totally
back.
fine. Might as well just do it again. No.
What are you saying, Grace?
Nothing. Anybody on watch?
See,
Okay.
I don't need to sleep, so
Alright.
I'll go.
Oh, you're trying to do all the watches.
You
Yeah.
you don't need to sleep at all.
I'm fine. Like, resource wise, health wise, good. to go.
Exhaustion point wise.
Yeah, that's the
We
real
are getting
We
question.
do
Kinda
actually
close.
need to get some sleep.
I'll split it with him.
I'll take shifts.
Yeah, we don't have an elf this
Alright, we got some shifts.
Yeah,
Or a warlock.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm burning a spell slot that lasts for 8 hours, so essentially I get it
Okay.
back.
Beautiful. Okay, Soul, perception check.
Alrighty.
And you'll let us know if or not we get a.
Yes.
Correct.
7.
In the beginning of the middle of the night, there's a sort of a weird pop as the spiders just sort of go away.
Well, as soon as I fall asleep,
They would reduce concentration. At some point during the night, the spiders just the
Says-
webbing I think will stay.
It says that they disappear.
Uh-huh.
It
Not
doesn't
their-
say anything about
yeah.
the things that they've
I'll
interacted
assume.
with or done.
I'll assume. Yeah.
Because it stops
14.
being them
We'll
once it
always
leaves
choose
their
those.
bodies.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the webbing stays, but it's super secure. You just have a little.
And nice and sticky.
Nothing else seems to happen in your time.
Sounds good.
Oh my god.
And you said you were taking a watch.
Yeah. So who wants the middle watch? All right, do a perception check.
14.
Down at the river,
In a vein.
there's a little glowing orb that sort of giggles and then drifts downriver a little bit.
Giggles.
Brave.
Yeah.
During shift transition, I'd like
Sure.
to
Okay.
between.
Let me see if Lilith does anything
Sure,
about the
yeah.
giggling light, because I know her curiosity will.
My curiosity
Potentially
is
get
pretty
better.
bad. How close does it get to me?
It actually appears right around here, and then will sort of like jellyfish its way down.
It's at any point within 30 feet of me.
Um,
I've only communicated with it if it got close enough for me
I
to
think it
use
started out
telepathy.
just out of range.
Okay. Then no. I only would have communicated with it if I could have like talked to it in his head.
All right. So during the shift,
Are you ready to go to sleep?
I could use some sleep.
All right.
It's been a long day.
Yeah. So, listen, I know you went through some traumatic stuff with the drow. What do you think you miss the most about your home? You said your parents were killed by the drow.
Yeah, they. I don't remember much of my home at this point. It's been so long, and since I've been there, and I was only young when it happened. So
Don't remember anything?
just could remember the love of my family and the camaraderie in our village. But even that is distant these days.
It's hard to let go of those childhood feelings. I understand.
I know. I was like, do I have one for Will?
You do not, do you? I know. I know you have one of each color.
I know. I actually had that one.
all right.
All right,
During
and
your watch.
during my watch, I roll a perception check.
Perception check.
Okay. Wow. That's actually actually a 20, just a natural 20 because there's no modifier to that.
Marble ricochet for the win.
All that good perception. So let me write down that you got this before I forget.
Thank you.
I think you're getting close. Yeah. So you. Nothing really happens during your shift. The will-o-wisps are done for the night, it looks like. The raft is still secure. There is a little bit of a path up ahead, but I don't know that you would be as much of an investigator as others.
No, I would actually reperform probably the ritual of Stanley and have him mend my clothes a bit and like
Sure.
make me tea when I'm on my watch.
He
And,
runs to Starbucks really quick and brings it back.
uh,
So your third and final watch passes by uneventfully.
sweet.
You do receive the benefits of a long rest.
Yay! Long rest. I will gently wake up everybody by having Stanley cook them breakfast.
Aww. So they wake up to.
You're gonna,
What's he making?
Invisible cookie.
he's got eggs, sure, and some ham
Where did you find these things?
in my bag of holding.
It smells good.
Is it a bag of holding?
No, but there's no air in there.
Have you ever vacuum packed food?
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts to disintegrate on it if it's left in there long enough.
So is
I've
it
only been down here 2 days.
I don't know how long it's been in your bag of holding. It's not the tastiest food, but it's passable, especially as you wake up in the morning and
Okay.
smell what it smells. It smells like home. Alright. So you all come to on the shoreline.
I get to wake up to a drow boot in the ribs, so I'm good.
That's even better.
I get my key points back.
Morning process. I'm gonna clean my gear.
Okay.
And battle axe and use whetstone on it.
Chopping it up for the Zorn.
And
Sure.
The thing with Zorns, if I remember correctly, is they can be appeased by offering treasure. So the statues that you mentioned are probably going to be a good distraction point for it. I'd like to personally check out the chair. I met an elf up in the bar that told me a story about this particular chair, and I think it would be worthwhile to check out. It's from a lost elven kingdom, and as far as I know, there is some magic attached to it.
So it's worth destroying?
Possibly, if need be, yes.
I do
I-
have.
I wouldn't want to necessarily destroy it violently, though, if at all possible. That would be very bad for all of us.
I get that. I get that.
I do have some moss agates. If those are valuable to him at all.
They would eat those for sure.
so
And
the
a pearl
question
necklace.
is, would it be that, or would breaking down the statues work better? Putting it into sizable chunks, because you said it's too large of a meal for it to eat right now. But if we break the statues, then it can eat them. Yes.
It'd be a darn good distraction, and we might not actually have to kill the beast. I wouldn't, as far as I know, they're not necessarily evil. They protect their food source. So
Good thought.
it's whether or not you guys need to kill the creature and what else is around. But I would
Maybe
like
we
to
can keep
definitely
it
take a
fed
look at
with
this
all of us.
chair. You have to give it constant food for it to do that. And if you want to hold on to your valuables, I suggest you not do that.
Well, I would think too, if it did start to follow us, it might lose interest if we're not feeding it.
That's
You know,
a very
we
good
don't
point.
attack it.
I'm not entirely sure whether or not something like this is a pet of Hallister's or
Yeah.
a trap for adventurers, so we should be on our utmost guard.
Could be aggressive. We just don't know.
But can you show us the way to get there?
Yes, I don't think it was. Well, it wasn't hard to get here. It's pretty straightforward.
The other thing is are we trying to get any sort of an element of surprise upon the creature, or are we? Because it's going to know we're coming due to the fact that we carry valuables on us. I believe that they can sense for quite some distance because they usually do that underground.
I don't think I have anything that it would notice.
It notices the smallest gold coin.
I mean, wouldn't it be distracted by the giant things around it? Maybe clouding its vision?
I hope.
Would it be able to sense them in your bag of holding?
I'm not sure whether or not it is able to do that, but it still would sense any coins that you have in any of your purses or anything like that. Your moss agats. I could put them in the bag, but
Shake.
Might still.
1,900 gold. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake.
He wants to lure
Shake,
it out.
shake, 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 shake. I have a lot of gold that I didn't spend that I started with.
Mm-hmm.
Shake,
Yeah,
shake,
I have
shake.
a lot too.
I fear nothing. I'll run around in circles
Did you
while this thing
short
chases me.
I did.
If you wanna
Take
go
this one off.
It's my main
find the chair.
weapon
It's
is
a
short
poison
sword.
short sword.
Well, hello.
Just telling you, it's
Got
gonna be,
permanent
it's
poison
gonna
on?
smell me one way
I
or
think
the
it's
other.
trap
So.
well, we'll have to see and adjust according to
I don't see myself
whatever
using
is
it.
needs to be
No,
done.
it's
I definitely
probably
would
gonna
like
be
to
a
check
more
out the chair as far as killing the creature. I'll leave that up to you all.
I don't think surprise. I think maybe try to trade with it or try to do something for it to get the chair might be the best solution.
I think both. I think a distraction and stealth just in case it's not friendly. And then-
Okay. Well, let's start going that way then, shall we?
I
Lead on.
lead the group
As you.
in a non-teleporting manner.
Yeah. That was the wrong layer.
The stealthy ones should stay back a bit.
I don't have any control
Would you recenter
over-
map when you
I will
get a
too.
chance? What's up?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Tab.
That's
Oh,
the
you go
thing.
to
That-
the other tab. It's sorry, that's the broadcast right there, Bill. You gotta go to
Oh,
this one.
that's
Yeah. We have to
Yeah.
get rid of the
Trying to
Zoran
scroll on
up
the-
there.
Yeah.
I was.
That-
It's like that's not what
And
No,
then-
no, sorry. I like to make sure the broadcast is still going good, so I switch between the screens and I apologize, but
said-
You didn't want the seat of power.
I did not want to see
Yeah,
the power.
take it away.
Yeah.
I think you said the sneaky one's on the back, so is that, so Lilith's leading because she's gotta be.
Yes.
Does that mean you wanna be in the back, you're a sneaky one?
I'm gonna stay really close to Lilith
Yeah, of course you are.
because she was gone for
I'm
a
gonna put
little
Soul
too
and Raw
long.
together because you guys are
Yeah.
BFFs.
Yeah, we will be right behind them. I'm fine with that.
Alright,
Soul directly in front of me at all possible.
do that.
You've gone for too
As you
long.
walk down the
Watch
hallway,
your
You hear in your
Tom
head,
has something.
yeah, like
Tom has something, sorry. Tom.
apologizing.
I'm once again, I'm going to be a flea, but I'm going to attach myself to him.
I'm right next to you.
Okay.
It's just a flea. I'm not biting. It's just a flea.
Do you just visibly jump up on my shoulder?
Not visibly, no.
He just disappears.
I just.
Okay. As long as
Alright.
you don't start biting, I think he'll be okay.
Okay, I'm gonna put you right here, so I'm gonna put you on the rack actually. That way I remember where the heck you are, but you're a flea. As you go down the hallway, there is a tunnel to your right that you have not explored in any manner. Are you interested in?
I would just be taking the group to where
You're just
The
taking us
snowy
right
one.
there?
Maybe just
Yes.
whatever we would see on the way by.
Sure, sure. This is how much you would see on the way by. Where's the starter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Alright, dang it.
Perfectly fine.
And then we can tap, tap, tap along the hallway. Hey, you see another one to your right. Interested? I'll show you what I
just
can,
yeah.
what you can see. You're just shaking away. He's gonna be wide awake when you get there.
I'm trying to be sneaky.
I know that you're like in the wall right now. I will fix it when we get there. As you come to a little opening here, I will fix the map.
Got it.
There you are.
Beauty.
Here's this
All your
hallway.
hell away.
I wondered going that way.
And then Lilith,
Oh,
you
that
say,
roller.
Lilith, you say this is
Oh,
the door. And then you guys will just do a little, still on the wall. I'm sorry. So how do we have this? Draw with Lilith, Solon, Cotrix, Coraline, and we don't really know where Tom is, even though we. Okay. We are here.
I want to be hiding.
Where are you gonna hide?
For now, around the corner.
Okay. That was a
Which
good.
corner?
The south corner.
That was really good. That was such a good. Alright. You think you're hidden. Actually, hi, Kirby.
Ah.
Whoa.
What?
You went backwards.
What went backwards?
You hit the back button on the mouse, unfortunately.
Oh,
Top one.
Oh,
you're still here.
what's the back button? One of these? Oh.
Yeah.
I don't activate those on my mices.
Look at all the buttons.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Alright, still here? We're here? We're good? Where do we center you again?
It's
We're
You're loading. Alright, well, Coraline, you're hiding in the corner. Will you do a stealth check for me?
What do we hear?
Do a perception check.
22.
You are hidden.
Can I join as well?
Wait, do you have any gold coins or anything valuable on you?
I have 988 gold.
Do it at disadvantage for me.
That's a 3 on my perception check.
You're damn.
Good.
15 for me.
19 up there with her.
I'm distracted by that sweet, sweet halfling blood that I'm trying not to eat.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for not eating them.
19.
Still good.
The receptor's right there, but
I'll recenter.
right next to you.
Yeah.
I don't
But I
know much
mean-
having trouble.
Oh, because
I'll even center here so we can get better.
Oh, if she can center us,
I
that'd be
centered
easier.
you. I did? Did I
No.
not?
We did not recenter.
Yeah.
I am still recentering.
Weird. What'd you do it?
I didn't do
Are you sure you
Pushing
didn't?
every button.
it. No, but
Technical difficulties, please stand
we
by.
are nowhere.
You're in nowhere land.
Did I click on the right map?
Are you doing it right?
Recenter,
Now
please,
you can
down the right.
recenter.
Sure.
Or not.
Nope.
Hold it. Oh, your connection to the server has been interrupted.
And hold on
Anything you
to
do
it.
right now will attempt to send to you when you get back online.
That's weird.
So, how's the broadcast doing?
Yeah, look at the broadcast. See how it's doing.
You guys can just follow along from the broadcast, I bet.
Nope.
Well, the broadcast is broadcasting the screen we're looking at.
Oh, Roger.
Ooh, it
I was
is.
hoping it was a separate screen for some reason.
Refresh. Oh, there he is. Slowly.
It found
Oh.
us.
Now zoom.
Ah. That's the place where they.
Yep.
That was such a long way around.
Yes, it was.
Is that a problem?
No.
But you do recognize this hallway.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
He does now. I did earlier, but
Mm-hmm.
okay,
I know no meta.
Alright.
we're back.
Hey, we're back. Okay, so you are here.
Mm-hmm.
You know where you are.
You've already been through this door?
I went to the first one, and I peeked in the second one.
Maybe a little bit of stomping around, some scuffling. He seems to be awake.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell them that. It sounds like he's awake now.
Well, let's do this. We're all rested up.
True. So we're trying not to fight it if we don't have to?
I'm going to start running and shaking the
Running?
gold
No,
as
not-
much
not
as
right away.
possible.
Oh,
Okay.
and just lead him around the room while
We want-
he
What are
checks
your
out.
guys' plan? We have gold. There's no way I'm gonna sneak up to this thing.
We're
and
gonna go
smells
up to
me.
it out
So-
sneaking and try to talk to it, and then the distraction if he doesn't
Okay.
like.
I have a Cholton song for you. I think you know it.
You'll have to
Alright.
tell me more of your Chilton ways later.
Yeah. Just hope that your eardrums aren't blown out by the time I get the chance to sing it.
So I think that what you said was you're gonna run right in.
No.
Is that what I heard you say?
What my understanding of our elaborate plan is I have gold, there's no way around it, so I'm just gonna start running trying to attract its attention.
Okay, you're gonna get his attention.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Don't.
Oh, just-
On purpose.
Yes.
And
Following
Lilith is
cautiously.
gonna try to stop him.
okay.
I'm pretty big.
Like not like physically, be like
So,
Yes.
like calming him down, stop him.
listen. I need to check out the chair, okay?
Yeah.
Don't needlessly put yourself in danger.
Well, that's why you hired me as a bodyguard. I put myself in the danger.
That's my job, boss.
You do the thinking.
You have a fair point.
This is exactly what I signed up for. Have you guys never baited a Tyrannosaurus and just ran for fun because that's the kind of fun that I have. Like, this sounds fun.
Oh,
We do that after the talking.
Talk loudly. Let's multitask.
All right.
Are you running in?
I'm okay with this.
I'm ready to do my part of this plan. You guys are chair team. I'm don't let you guys die team.
This is gonna be so much fun.
Okay.
All right. So you're gonna run in.
See,
Shall I roll initiative?
If I see them move forward, I'm gonna move up to the door,
Okay.
but still try to hide in the
Okay.
That was my plan, was to stay.
That makes sense.
Not bad.
Oh, all right. Ooh. Bra, what do we got?
6.
You sound so excited about this. Lilith,
15. I'm sorry, 18.
18. Tomna. 3. You sound more excited than Bra did. Soul.
6. Well, I am the healer.
Coatrix.
Modified 20.
Okay. And Coraline.
No. 6.
6. Lots of 6s in this group. Alright. Okay, so I need to roll as well. Sure. Lilith. Guys, it's been so long. I haven't used your names in so long.
Can you scroll down a little bit so I can see the whole room?
Yeah, I was
I know my whole last
I was
week
gonna
has been
lose
thrown
us.
off.
That's fine. I want to
just check it out.
Yeah. Okay. So hopefully that is.
Wait. I switched up.
Actually, I hope that one is. I know it isn't.
What do you hope is what?
What?
Nothing.
Coatrix, you've heard the plan.
Yeah.
You're first though.
Would he like be in that?
Yeah. Can we get in the
door, though?
hallway before we?
You can get in the hallway before we do this. Not that I'll even put Bra at the very front of the hallway.
Not where I'd be.
Sorry, not Bra. Soul at the very.
Soul.
In my mind, I did it right.
Yeah.
Just Bra, Brendan, you know. And then Coraline, you said that once they go in, you want to be outside the door, but still.
But still hiding,
Okay.
like against the wall.
Would you please give me a room description?
I would love to once you open the door.
Oh, I thought as soon as he. Oh.
He hasn't gone in yet. You're just talking
Oh, I
about
thought
the plan
that
and
was the
roll
initiative.
Oh.
We can make that happen.
Yeah, I assumed that you were going to let him go first, and then we would go into initiative like
Okay.
we did the last couple of times. So
I can do that. I can do that. Usually when I do that though, I start with his initiative and then go through the list from there.
Oh.
So we can jump to his initiative. I didn't know if you wanted to help hold an action because you have a plan already. So I'm willing to let you.
I want to know what the room looks like before I enact my plan, so I will open the dang door so that my
Yeah.
bodyguard can go running in.
All right, so you step out the door. Now I will tell you about the room.
Yeah.
This looks to be an old dwarven stone carver's hall.
Okay.
There's obviously a Zorn right in the middle. Around the room are cubes of not carved granite blocks.
Okay.
One of them, I didn't read all the way through this on accident. One of them is fake, and that's the one that's the chair, but I told Lilith that she saw it. So I will just let it have been busted open by a previous party. So the chair is here in this corner. Mine has an X on it. Does yours have an X on it?
No.
Okay, let me switch to the GM view so I can move it to the token layer.
Okay.
Okay. Ew.
That's the one that looks like.
That's the one that, I moved the X, is the chair. You're supposed to have like a door from the party, and then why is it doing this to me?
Okay. So I'm going to use.
Snapping to grid.
It is snapping to grid. Okay.
Hold down the Alt key.
Alt, thank you.
I will go ahead and touch my friend's soul.
Okay.
Use my action to cast haste.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna make a supersonic man out of you.
Don't stop me now.
That's my line, you fucking jerk!
Ouch. Okay.
You don't have haste, do you? 5, 10, 15, 20,
I'm the bard, goddammit.
25, and I'll get right there behind that thing.
Okay. He is aware of your presence because of the jingling coins that have come all the way around the hallway. So
Yeah.
you guys are there. And then that brings up Lilith.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, I did it again.
You did it again, Bill.
I noticed.
I'll go kind of towards the center.
Okay.
You're gonna have to
And
move around the
try
map
to
because Bill
talk
did it
with
again.
Yeah, I'll do it. Lilith, here you are.
You know, if you
I
take
don't
the
like
mouse
Towards
pad,
the center of the map.
What?
Want to go to the center of the room?
I knew I did it this
Okay,
time.
so there's that kind of that first crate in the door.
Yeah. That one.
after that.
So if I'm looking down at the crate, I want to go just off to the
No way, I don't
side
have
of
to
it.
pick it up.
You're pointing to the left side, I think.
So yeah.
I know you can't see the room anymore.
we're having technical difficulties tonight.
So are you going towards the more sheltered side where Cotrix is, or are you going more towards
The other side of the crate.
Okay.
I just want to kind of be next to it so I can see the Zorn, and I'm gonna try
You're
to.
fairly well in plain view. Just gonna
I know
continue.
that was my plan,
Sure. You have a good plan.
and try to say hello to this Zorn.
Great.
Into its head.
Hold on
No,
a second.
out loud.
Oh.
Let me see what my languages are.
Finish loading.
Yeah, he doesn't know what the hell you just said.
Did it speak in any sort of language that I understand?
I really doubt it. Do you want to tell me what languages you know?
I speak Common, Halfling, Deep Speech, and Undercommon.
Nope.
Okay. Probably Primordial. But...
Nope.
Alright, never mind.
We got Infernal, Druidic, and Sylvan.
Nope.
Didn't think so.
Is it Zorn?
No.
Is its own language.
That's a very specific language.
Not Ingen, there's another one,
Mm-hmm.
is a subset of Primordial, so those who speak Primordial as a whole understand.
Let me see what people who speak this language would also know.
Offman, Orin, Ignan, or Terran.
Terran, that's.
That is the one he speaks.
Mhm.
So if anyone speaks Primordial, they would understand. what
He
you're
would
saying.
say gold yum.
So you understand?
I don't. Oh,
Thank you for the.
clarification.
Yeah, I know you things now.
Yeah, my Triton spoke Primordial, so that was the thing that we had to do.
Yeah, Terran, which I haven't heard of, so that's amazing.
I know it wasn't scrolling left and right, so I had to reset the stupid screen.
Are we here now?
No, we're not, but
So
Okay, I'm here. So
yeah,
Lilith.
yeah, if you've got
if you just grunted at me,
Yes.
does it sound aggressive?
Yes. Or hungry. You're not sure.
insight.
Insight?
I'm gonna.
I'll give you a free insight.
Okay.
I think that's just front loader.
Insight.
Yeah.
17.
You're pretty sure he sounds hungry.
I will pull out one of my moss agates and toss it like towards his mouth.
He eats it.
And then try to look non-hostile. I kind of try to like present myself in a friendly way.
Performance.
Gold tidbit.
Performance 8.
Okay.
I'm super mad that you just threw your gold
You look
gem into
so
its mouth.
non-hostile.
It went pink off of his skin and onto the ground, so you just threw something at it.
No,
across
I
the-
mean, he ate it, but her attempt at appearing non-hostile didn't work as well as she hoped.
Goes to the bottom.
But hopefully at least I didn't put her hostile.
Yeah, I had to recenter the map, but
We're good?
not yet. So
I'll see
close,
recentering.
so close.
Are you recentering on the DM layer or the token layer?
All of the layers, but the token layer mostly.
And our connection's lost again.
Damn it! So many technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
guys.
not doable. What,
Um,
2 mics, maybe?
That
No,
brings
it's
us.
actually somebody in there playing his PlayStation 4.
Actually brings us to the Zorn, who, surprise, surprise, rolled higher than a 6. So,
There you go.
4 moss.
Just nobody touch it now.
let's see. Non-threatening-ish. You have food.
Are you doing this?
I can.
I just
Okay.
edit.
I know, but you must have more, because that was such a good snack.
Oh boy.
Gonna walk up to you.
That's what you really feel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gonna walk up to you.
Which we can't see.
And go. Which, for those of you who know, means more, but apparently none of you do. Who knows? Who knows Primordial? Is that what you said?
Nobody.
Oh, nobody.
No,
Great.
we were just making a point.
Does it sound more
Got it.
hungry or
Just
more
so-
angry? No, at this point.
Do another perception check.
Insight.
In,
It was.
No.
That insight makes sense.
21.
Great. Still sounds hungry, but is not attacking you yet. We'll see if this can hold up.
Could I use my reaction to feed it a piece of gold?
I'll take more gold from you, sure.
Sorry, you said another.
Yeah.
It was insight. So
There you
I wasn't
go.
trying to
You're good.
be in charge.
Use my reaction to feed it another piece of gold. Just a piece of gold, not another
Oh,
moss
just
agate.
one piece of gold.
Yeah, one piece of gold. I fed it a moss agate the first time, and now I fed it a piece of gold.
Thank you. That brings us to the sixes. Coraline, Bronze, Soul. Any particular order you want to do this?
We cannot manipulate our current tokens.
I can
so,
do it.
Yeah.
I just need to know what you wanted. Can you see yourselves?
Yes.
We can see where
Okay.
we were.
But it
Wait,
probably won't.
okay, because it's frozen in time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Because the Zorn hasn't moved on our screen yet.
Okay, well, it's currently in front of Lilith, which you do see correctly on your screen, I believe.
No.
Nope.
Okay. It's currently in front of the first box as you walk in, like that one that's straightforward. That box is slightly to its left, and so it's standing
Yeah, in the space to the
in
right
that
of it.
space. Not quite like forward and to the right. And by forward, I mean into the room. Bra, I think this was mostly your idea. Are we letting you, not Bra, Soul. Soul, this is mostly your idea. Are you running forward with your hasted movement?
Gonna move. So how much additional movement does haste give me?
It allows you. It doubles your movement.
Ooh.
So you're currently 30 away from where Lilith is standing, which is directly in front of the Zorn.
Okay.
So it doubles your movement speed. It gives you a +2 bonus to armor class. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you gain an additional action each of your turns. You can use that action only to dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Sweet.
We'll let it load.
Know what I'm going to do.
She did a
Okay.
Also, Bill's not going to touch it anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't done the last
You
two
didn't
ones.
touch it the
Okay,
last time.
okay.
That's
So
right.
It's still loading.
by the numbers, I use 10 feet of my 80 feet of movement to
Okay.
get into the room.
5, 10, 15, you're like 20 away. Oh no, you're right here. I keep switching you guys. Okay, 5, 10, you're in the room.
Okay.
70 left.
I'm going holding
Okay.
up the bag. Use my first action, not
Sure.
the bonus action,
Smart.
to try to perform the legendary dance of Soul holding a bag of money over his head.
The legendary dance.
I
This is better become a legendary.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
as I regale it in old Omoan. Miren a la oro, es tan brilliante, chase right now.
Please do a performance check for me.
Boy,
And you know, for doing it in person, I'll even give you advantage.
thank you. It helped us. It went from a 4 to a 17.
Great. Yeah, you're doing your famous dance that we've never heard of before. Now
It's
what are you
famous
doing
now.
with your- yeah. Now what are you doing with your 70 feet of movement that's left?
Okay, so now I'm going opposite Cotrix to
Okay.
the corner.
Okay. 5, 10,
Um,
15, 20, 25, 30, 40 to the corner.
So 40 puts me at
Should I
30.
take it? Okay. Yeah.
And then I'll go due south from that corner.
Okay. You have 40,
Yeah.
30 left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have a smattering of statues between me and
You
it?
do indeed.
Alright.
You have one for sure that you're mostly hiding behind, and then looks like one or two more that are in the way.
Cool. Now I will use that extra action
Okay.
to dash as far south as possible, getting
Okay.
it as far away from my party members and the chair as
Does
possible.
your dash action keep your hasted movement speed, or is it your normal
Your
movement speed?
movement speed is doubled.
Okay,
and you
so
gain
your
an additional-
hasted action
Would be 80 additional.
can be 80 additional feet. You're just gonna end up with a little bit of you're following the curve, you're following the outside of the room?
Yeah.
Okay, so for 80 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. You are in front of the door on the opposite side.
Sweet, that's where I want to be.
You know,
Perfect.
the only thing that would make this better is if you were on his back.
Also, for the record, there are 4 stars on the map. Those are partially
Eaten.
Eaten statues?
No, partially unfinished dwarven statues.
So the Zorn has moved on our map. It is over by the wall.
Yeah, that was a brief thing when Soul was moving.
Okay,
it's
it's
still
catching up.
Okay.
It's catching up.
I put it
Okay.
back.
Okay.
When I clicked Soul, somehow the Zorn got like attached to
Okay.
him.
Yes.
Which is gonna
Good.
You're just slowly catching up then.
Okay,
Because
so
we
you're
are
there.
to that point.
You have that idea. So you don't see Soul in the far corner though. You
He's
see
way
him.
down low.
We do
Yeah.
see it.
Beautiful. Is the Zorn not?
Zorn is not in the center of the room,
Okay.
but the map did just
Oh,
center.
you did just
Okay.
Yeah,
say
it's slowly catching up. So,
The token is not moved. For some reason.
Token, yeah, the
It's-
token should be. I'm gonna write
but
here.
we don't
but-
have the red
Yeah.
thing now, so I think it's just catching up. We just leave it alone.
Okay. Just leave it alone. Okay, so let's see. That
Me.
was Soul. Yeah, Coraline and Bra, I still need you for this round.
I want to try to get to the corner by the door, but I don't want to be seen.
When you say the corner by the door, you mean the door that
The inside door.
The inside door, and you want to be inside the hallway still.
In the hallway, yes.
Okay.
Like other
Like
side of the
catching
door,
up?
though.
Okay. Other side of the door, not in the
yeah,
hallway? Right here.
like one space forward.
Okay,
like
sure.
I want to be like in the corner. Yeah,
Okay, there you go. Are you stealthing?
I'm trying
You
to.
do a stealth check with disadvantage for
Not
me.
with that. 6. That could have been worse. 12.
12, sure. You're sneaky, especially compared to a yelling man
No,
thing with
There's a lot of
multiple-
distraction in the room.
Yeah, you're
so-
probably fine. Your 12 is probably good. We'll see.
I feel sneaky as fuck.
Yeah, good.
But I do want to say I have my sword, so.
You have your swords out just in case.
Just in case.
Beautiful. And Bra, finishing out the 666 turn.
Yeah. So I want to attempt to sneak,
Okay.
but it comes down to is it looking in this direction or not?
It hasn't quite had its turn once, or since Soul's, done his crazy dance, but I'm gonna assume that he was following the scent of the crazy amount of gold. So let's turn him to be facing.
Hey,
So if he's
hey.
not looking at me, then maybe I'm doing off of sound instead
Okay.
of sight, because then I have advantage.
Sure, do you have gold on your person?
I do.
You would have disadvantage with a straight roll.
All right. 20.
You are sneaky enough. Where are you going?
30 feet down, so I think it's 10 feet north of Lilith is what I counted, maybe.
Yeah.
And if it attacks Lilith, then I will. I'll have a dagger
Okay.
to throw at it.
Sure.
I want to ready an attack if it gets hostile close enough to me.
Any specific attack you're ready?
My scimitar.
Alright, Tomna, rounding us out with a 3.
I'm gonna bonus action revert
Okay,
to the
let me
left
go
of
get your
Cotrix.
thing. Hold on, let me go get you.
Holy she did that.
You're so far away now.
Oh yeah.
So I put you on the raft so I can find you easier. Oh, that's actually not that far as the crow flies. Alright, so you're blinking right off of Cotrix. Which way are you blinking?
To his left.
Okay. There
Yep.
you are.
And then I'm gonna walk in between those two marble things.
Sure. Alright, so to move you like this maybe. There we go.
And I'm gonna. Actually, I'm gonna move diagonal for the rest of my movement.
So
towards
you
the
are here.
X.
Towards the X. So that's
Well, assuming I knew what it was.
Yeah.
It was
You can
like,
see the
oh, it's
chair,
gonna be
sure.
over there.
Yeah.
Like white chair. Okay.
Yeah.
Towards the chair.
We'll go for that. What's your movement?
Just 30.
I'll put you at like 10 there because you're kind of on a weird
Yeah.
spot right now. So then 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stand between it and the chair and just raise the shield up. I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Sure. Just in case. We are back at the top of the round with Cotrix.
I would like to take the dash action because I need to. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and just hunker down in this cute little space right between Tamna's shield back
Sure.
and the chair itself. Squat down a little bit, pull open the spell book, and that's That's it for right now. Maintain concentration on haste for
Sure.
Bloody Soul.
Sure. Lilith.
He's gonna check out this. So all these squares are crates, right?
No, all these squares are cubes of granite. They're specifically 10-foot. Nope.
Big blocks that have.
They're big old
granite.
blocks.
There's all just blocks of
8-foot
granite.
cubes, looks like.
Um,
And then there's 3 statues that look like they have been started to be carved out of the granite. Those are the 4 stars. One's a female dwarf priest. One looks like a little girl. I can do the rest if you want. We'll do that later, I'm sure.
I will head over to the chair.
Okay.
And, well, I forgot to do an investigate while you do whatever you're gonna do.
Okay. Which way are you
we're
going
not
to
attacking
the
this
chair?
thing at the moment, so I don't want to just stand here and stare at cubes of granite.
Going south or north of the granite.
Okay.
Which way are you
Fine,
going?
I'll go check out one of the statues, the most first northwestern or
Okay.
northeastern statue.
As you attempt to leave it, it's going to take a swipe at you because you have the food. You have the food. I know somebody else is around you with the food. He's just going to take one of his 3 arms and claw at you. That's not the right dice for this. Does a 15 hit you?
It does not.
Okay.
Does that trigger Bras ready to action because it did attack her?
It did attack her, yes.
And then after he does his ready to attack,
Do I want to attack since it didn't hit her?
I'm gonna turn around and
It's
attack.
swiped.
It swiped at me.
Yeah.
I was
look
nice
like
to it.
Full like aggressive attack or
It looked hungry and confused. Food is leaving. Food is on the other side of the room. Soren's confused.
'cause I don't want to start the fight if we don't need to.
I'm just asking because you did say
You
you're
just
ready
leave
to
it
attack.
next to the
Yeah, I know, and I'm like, can I try to insight
Sure.
and see if I think it
I'll
was
give you an insight
literally
check.
trying to kill her? Yeah, that might work in your favor.
Well,
7.
you have no idea if it was trying to kill her or
And
not.
I miss with my dagger probably.
Okay.
10.
Yeah, it misses.
But I throw a dagger at it.
I'm not even write down the AC. There it is. Alright.
It took a swipe at me, and
Yeah.
that made me mad because I was
Okay.
nice to it and fed it. So I'm gonna turn around and hit it.
Alright, go for it. Are you going back towards it?
Yeah, I moved back in.
Okay.
I as it like hit me, I would have attempted to
Okay.
immediately. I would have
Okay, so you just stayed where you were.
pretty
Is
much.
that what you're saying? Maybe you get one.
My first
There you go.
attack is going to be 18.
Does not hit.
18 does not hit. Holy smokes! All right, well, second attack.
Okay. Remember that one time I had to roll an apple 20 to hit you? This is not that time.
Nope, that's less.
Okay.
I will flurry of blows.
Sure.
It's more attacks. Nope.
So you were probably hitting this rock hard thing,
Yeah.
and noticing that
Yeah.
nothing
Nope.
is happening.
Okay.
Just like
And
you're just like
trying
punching
really
rock.
hard, And you're so little, it's cute. That brings us. That's Lilith's turn. Oh, that's my turn again. You came back with food. You're punching him.
Or at least waving my fist at him.
yeah,
apparently.
And I completely
Um,
missed with the dagger, so.
This isn't really one of my options, but with one of his hands, he's just gonna do the thing that tall people do with short people and like put his hand on your head and just try to make you stop. And then in turn say, food! But you don't understand, so he's just growling at you with his hand.
Is that considered like a grapple?
It's not, it doesn't say I can grapple, so I'm not gonna like actually do it, but he's just gonna do this thing to try to make you stop. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Coraline, Bra, and Soul. I'm gonna try really hard not to kill you guys.
I'm just laughing. This starting's ridiculous.
Senor, the food is over here.
I am.
Okay.
Trying to
I
get
am
its
gonna
attention.
cast Fairy Fire though,
Sure.
just to hit him though, like the 20-foot square.
That's the 20-foot square. Perfect.
Well, that's a 10-foot square.
That's
It's
a
a,
10-foot square.
she gets
Where are
20.
you gonna extra it?
Not towards Lilith.
not towards
Away
Lilith,
from
like
Lilith.
out in the room. So So he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Regular. How do I make him think? It's fine. We'll just know that it's there because I don't remember how to do things right
And he's the only thing that's gonna be
He's
affected.
the only thing, so either he's affected or
now.
not.
He fails.
Okay. So if you just want to put like a thing on his token,
Sure, I
Well,
can do
yeah.
that.
His,
Really
like,
easily.
glowy.
I know how to do that.
He's holding a half.
What color is your fairy fire?
purple.
Okay, there's a little purple dot.
You can walk to him and then
Alright. Yeah, did you want to do anything else other than yell soul?
Yeah, I have a lot of Speedy Gonzalez movement.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move up to within 15 feet south of him.
Think you mean here? Nope. There.
Yes.
Okay.
How much movement has that been so far?
I think that was 25 when I counted it, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like
So
Yeah.
I will wave
Okay.
vigorously.
Sure. You get his
And get
attention
his
again.
attention.
He's
Okay.
got the arm on the little one, and it's just turned to you again.
Alright. I'm going to go between those two granite pillars due left of me.
Right here.
Yes.
Sure.
So
Sneak right through there.
15, 20-ish.
Yeah. So you're at 45 approximately.
So, and then I will go to the opposite corner. South. All the way south.
So like here-ish.
Yes.
Okay. And with your 80, I'm sure you can do it. It's fine. So you zigzag through the room. Gold is here. Okay.
He's purple now.
Uh-huh. Bro.
I'll tell Lilith,
Mm-hmm.
hold my action though,
Okay.
and say, let him follow Soul. Leave
Sure.
him alone. And I will just hold my action again. If he does, go aggressive at
Okay.
Lilith, then I'll throw another dagger.
All right. Tomna.
I'm doubling down. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Shield of Faith on myself,
Okay. Double shields.
and then take the dodge action.
With your shield up. Put shields up. Cookers.
Take him towards Soul. I'm really sorry about this, bud.
I'm going to stop concentrating on haste, so
Okay.
a wave of lethargy is going to
So
overcome
you're-
poor Soul. And then I'm going.
Yeah, we're going to exhausted by 1 point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Well,
stunned.
He's
Or stunned.
stunned for 1 round
Gotcha.
as a wave of lethargy comes over.
I will just cross them off my paper for a little.
And then I would like to cast Detect Magic. The concentration is going to swap
Okay.
between
Cast, not ritual.
cast
Okay.
Detect Magic on the actual chair in front of me just to make sure whether or not it is magical.
It does appear magical.
It does appear magical. Does
Yes.
it have a school of magic?
It sure does. It has the school that, I don't know what these would be.
Okay.
Let me look some stuff up.
Sure.
But yeah, it has some schools of magic.
Okay.
Okay. Divination, sort of. And let's call it transmutation.
Okay. All right. Now I know it's magical.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you got.
I don't like the latter of those two. The former one's fine, but the other one, yeah.
Sorry. Your supersonic days
anything
are done.
else? I think that's your entire
Yep.
thing,
Yeah,
right?
that's my action.
Okay. Lost my thing. We're at Lilith.
I will. Is the room dimly lit or less?
This room, I think, is lit. I know, it sucks for you. That's so cool.
It's dimly lit because of fairy fire anyway.
Yeah, anyways.
I want to make sure it wasn't more than dimly lit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it lit.
I was
I know.
gonna teleport away, so
I
I didn't
know.
get the. I will. Take the disengage action.
Okay. You untangle yourself from his hand, and
Yeah.
where are you gonna go?
I'm going to use my 40 feet of movement to get closer to Soul, because he said to lead him to Soul. So I'm going to.
You guys are working as a team. It's so cute. Okay, there's your 40 feet of movement.
Right. And then. Hey, look! Money over there! And I point over at Soul.
Let's do that.
Do a performance.
The only one who hasn't rolled a performance.
7.
Everybody will at some point. Oh, you're doing so good. That's my turn. So the little tasty thing ran away towards the big tasty thing. So let's do that. How much can I run? I can burrow. What?
Disappears into the ground.
Oh my gosh, he does, because it's the same. He disappears into the ground. Hide. GM layer. Change to something else. There it is.
Gotta right click the token.
Right click the token, send him GM. It's too hard. He's gone. You don't see him.
Alright.
This
So
is,
just leave it where it is on
so
the
leave
map
it
for us,
exactly where
but
it
you
is
know
for
where
you.
it is.
Or it goes, boop, you don't see it. Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
It's gone.
I know where he is. We're good. Anyways, wait, and then his action he can dash. Okay, I know where I am. Okay. That brings us to Coraline Raw and Soul. Nope, not Soul. Just Coraline and Raw.
Can we potentially hear someone?
So tired.
It
Guess
does
where he's
not
going?
disturb the material it moves through, but you have a pretty good idea that's going towards Soul.
What's his movement speed?
You don't know that?
We don't know.
Well, he sheds light within 20 feet, so if
He's
he's past,
underground. He's completely covered.
it's
He's completely covered by the ground.
Would it shine from the hole in the ground?
it would shine from the hole in the ground though.
There's
He's
no
not-
hole. It
So he has
essentially,
Earth glide.
he essentially sinks into it and leaves no trace.
You like is the Earth
Okay,
glide.
then that's not burrowing. It's different.
Sorry, it's Earth glide.
Okay, she said burrowing, so
I
I'm
did.
like, there would be a hole in the
The
ground.
speed says
So-
burrow a certain number of feet, but the actual action is Earth glide. So
So it has burrow with the ability earthquake.
Okay. I heard burrow and that was all I knew,
You're good.
so there should be a hole in the ground.
no, he is the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna move into the room.
Okay.
Because that's fucked up.
Sure.
35 feet. I can't see where I'm at.
I think you're right here. How far? Where are you moving into the room?
5, 10, 15, 20. Like where he was.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
I'm gonna try to check out, like,
Sure.
that I can get there. And just try to figure out if I can see where he was going. I don't know.
That's what I'm gonna
I
do.
it's
too.
just,
I'm down
where the
there,
fuck did he go?
right
Like,
next to
how
her,
about-
and
I'll give you, because you're on the same initiative, I'll give one of you an advantaged perception check to see if you can tell where he's going.
it was more like to see what happened because I know he didn't go invisible.
Right.
So,
But because you're on the same turn, you're both trying to do the same thing, I'll give one of you advantage.
so
You can work together to figure it out.
that was helpful. 14.
Okay. So let's say Cora's running past, where did he go? Browser's like, I don't know, but he like sunk into the ground. And Coach in the corner goes, yeah, he's going to Soul. And that's about what I got for you.
He's going towards the gold!
Can you move me down there?
I knew something.
Oh, that's
right. No.
Whenever you
Was
have
that
it
my act? Was that
talking-
our action or was that just?
Searching.
That was free perception. Why not?
I'm only asking because I would ready something
Sure,
if I
you can ready
can. So
something.
okay, I'm going to ready vicious mockery because I don't know where he's
Like,
gonna
as
come.
soon
I
as
don't
you
know if
see
he's gonna
him?
be like yeah.
As soon as he does something.
As soon as I see him.
Okay.
Because I don't know where he's gonna come up, so I want to just have something.
Yeah.
Ready. True strike.
True strike. Okay. We are good. Soul sorry, but next time you can play me, Tom down.
Well, I guess I'll switch to a step to the south.
Sure.
because I'm
Like you're
assuming.
gonna go on this side?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
And then ready up my my dodge action
Okay.
and just
This is a good
fuck,
game for us.
fuck.
Chip. Cotrix.
Well, I will begin the casting time for Identify. Casting time is 1 minute.
1 minute, okay. So,
Oh
just for
boy.
the record, that's like 10 rounds later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I don't know if we want to
Keeping
like.
track.
Just keep him for 10 rounds.
He's playing his character. It's fine.
Sure, you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
You're good.
I can't.
Um,
They said they had this thing and they
yeah.
weren't going to kill it, so
Yeah.
why would I stop?
Yeah. Lilith.
I am gonna go check out this statue to the south of me,
Great.
and yeah, I'll go check that out. And I
Okay.
want to make sure I'm in line of Soul in case it like pops up. I can go assist Soul if need be.
Okay. This is a mostly uncarved block of stone from which the features of an ornate stone brazier are emerging. I mean, not currently emerging, but you know.
It
As you
started,
carve
it
stuff,
started
yeah.
carving.
Hello! That's a different thing entirely.
I didn't know we were in
It's the same.
Beauty
It's
and the
just
Beast.
different context. It's a brazier.
Were you once a human and now you?
Yes, I am. Welcome to the big glory place. And you want to stay there? You want to go a little bit closer to Soul?
I will.
I think that was like 10, 15 feet max.
Swords burlesque.
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the southeast
Okay.
so that no matter, I can keep an eye on where he like kind of pops up
So
at.
like there-ish.
Go.
higher.
Do I have one more to go? One more diagonal and go down.
Like here, between the thing, or over here?
Other side of it. Yeah, so I
Okay.
can kind of peek around that crater.
Sure, you can peek around the thing.
That stone or whatever.
All right. Me. Let's see.
And ready my fists if it comes in.
Using both action to dash and the actual movement pops up out of the ground. But you can't understand him. He's just growling at you. That
Soul.
triggers our mockery, which is a what for me? How far are you from it? What's your mockery range?
60. It's right-ish.
It's a little far.
I don't even know if I have line of sight to it right now,
I don't think
where
so.
it popped up. So
I mean, it's tall, so it's above the like stones. With your shortness, you might be able to get like a good angle on it. I will say anything's out of your 60 feet though.
it's a wisdom saving throw. But I don't think I think it's at 65.
Alright. Yeah, I think he's just right outside the range. I can do a highs or lows to see if maybe he popped up a little sooner and walked the last 5 steps. Highs or lows?
Lows.
39. You do
Hey.
indeed. So he pops out of the ground and walks forward, and as you do, you say,
Your mother was a dung heap.
okay. I'm sure I failed before. So,
Sweet.
You just viciously mock the Zorn.
yep,
I told him his mother was a dung heap. That's 7.
great. That's such good damage.
It's like it's a max of 8, so it's not like
Okay,
I'm really
you
gonna hurt him.
actually did really good.
Right.
Okay, and then that was the entire thing because that was my movement and my action to move that far. So, looks hungry at you, he drools a little bit, you were exhausted, but we'll get there. That actually brings us up to Solbron, Coraline. So, Sol, with your dude in your face,
So I'm tired.
you're tired.
Not anymore. It was
it
still
was
the
just
end.
that round.
That one round, and then you have your normal back. You've shook it off.
But you don't have your super fancy thing anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got my lumberness ready, and
Okay.
I am gonna disengage
Sure.
40 feet away.
Where are you running towards? Lilith or Cotrix and Tomna?
I'm gonna try to go. I'm not very smart. I'm gonna try to go behind the granite stone that is north and east of him.
Okay, do you want to like go here?
Yes.
You did the thing. We turned
The blocks are also also 8 feet tall?
Correct.
Alright.
They are very silly cubes of granite. 8-foot cube. Coraline and or Bra.
You were down.
He's coming this way.
It's coming.
Help me! I think this whole entire episode is going to be me trying to figure out this fucking chair.
I think so
By the way, you guys can do whatever you need to do over there. I'm fine.
I guess it's a good thing I did have some PTSD.
So you got
You guys can take it out if you want to, or not.
Oh, the plans.
Okay, so I
Yeah, I
can
don't
get
know.
here with just my movement.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. I can get there with just my movement.
Okay.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
When you take the attack action on your turn,
Yes.
does that include holding the attack action?
It is no longer your turn.
Not your turn anymore, yeah. So no.
It says my walking speed increases by 10 feet.
Yeah, but it's not your turn.
Well,
On
now
your
it
turn.
is.
But right now it's my turn when I'm
Right.
taking the attack action and holding it.
No, your trigger,
You're using your reaction to take the attack action.
which unfortunately does not happen on your turn. So, no, it does not increase your.
I didn't
Future
do that.
reference? Can we let the DM answer? Because it's her call. I understand. I know, I'm talking to everybody at the table. We said that that was a thing that we needed to improve on. But I'm just gonna hold the attack action where I am.
Okay, so you're gonna hold your scimitar again.
Yes.
Okay, and then Bra.
I will move as far down as I can, so 30 feet south, but pull out a couple gold coins
Sure.
and pitch them way over in this corner south of
Like
Lilith.
here.
Yeah,
Sure.
as far as I can.
Sure. Maybe towards Lilith. I like it.
She
Okay.
can, I know she can move.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need? Well,
Yeah. Let's strength to get that far.
so 11.
Yeah. They like kind of ding ding. Let's say right here instead. You
Okay.
didn't quite
Closer
make it.
to
Yeah.
That's still not towards
Yeah, not towards people that
the
are
chair,
on the
so
chair.
that's all that matters.
Great. Tom, now? Let me get a shield.
I mean, I will hold my action to cast Produce Flame,
Okay.
which is a duration rather than a concentration, which
Sure.
is weird. And throw it if it comes within 30 feet of myself and Kotrix.
Okay. So you haven't cast the flame, or you
I'm
are
holding my
currently
action
holding it?
to Produce Flame.
Okay.
And
Okay. Sounds good. That brings us back to Kotrix. All day another take for your
Two
okay?
for identify.
All right. Lilith. You heard a little dink dink behind you. You're not sure what it is though.
I'm going to I'm gonna go up to it.
Oh sure.
I'm gonna try to knock it out, stun it, and tie
All
it up.
right. Good. Do it.
So it's advantage, right? Because fairy fire
It's fairy fire. Yeah.
does a 22 hit.
It does. You did the
Woo!
thing.
I did the
I'm
thing.
so proud of you.
Chance of being stunned.
So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw, and
Sure.
it takes 8 points of damage.
25 on the Constitution saving.
That
throw.
is a pass.
That was so good.
I will strike again for my
alright,
second attack.
Same thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do another stunning strike if I make it. Oh yes, natural 20.
Good.
And
I
so,
was a 23 on my Constitution saving.
damn,
throw.
it's got a good Constitution.
And I'm rolling really high in addition. That was a 19 and
It's
stuff.
wow. Minimum damage
For a
on
natural 20.
for a natural 20. 2 ones.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that's 7 points of damage, and I
Sure.
will then use my bonus action to make one more attack.
Sure.
And another Constitution saving throw, and that's a 17 plus 8, so 20.
Ooh, that was a 9.
That fails. It is stunned
Stunned. Okay.
for till the end of my next turn,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna say, "Hey, let's tie it up."
Okay. What was your damage on that last one?
I did not roll the damage.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to, but
I will do it anyways. That's gonna be 7.
cool. Lots of 7s today, you guys.
So that was 3 7s in a row for me. Oh no, I got 8. I think the first time.
You got an 8. Well, then
Then
we have
7. Then 7.
the
7.
yeah.
Yeah.
7.
So I'm gonna say, hey,
That
now
was
let's
almost max damage though.
now let's tie it up.
Instead of minimum.
Yeah. Okay. That brings us to my turn and I'm stunned. So then Coraline, Bra, and Soul. Wait, can I do anything? No.
I am going to take the attack action on this turn. So I get 45 feet of movement, which puts me right in its face.
Okay.
At which point I'm going to slash at it.
Sure, go for it. Kind of
Advantage.
sneaking away. Right in
At
his face like
advantage or
this
straight
way.
roll?
Advantage.
I have coins. Does that matter right now?
No, it's just for the stealth.
Stunned and it's in.
Oh,
Okay.
Fairy
Fire.
fire and all that.
That's
Ooh,
woo,
nice.
natural 20.
Okay.
All right. I don't think that I can. Well, I'm gonna use a slashing flourish.
Okay. Lilith, are your weapons magical?
My
Are you
fists are.
punching? Fists
I was
are magical,
punching,
okay.
and my fists
So
are magical.
that is
And Coraline, are you
Two.
you have magical weapons?
no,
Okay.
not yet. At some point, maybe. So it doubles all dice. So I get 16 total damage.
Okay.
Hold on. No, it's the same type. Never mind. I'm just kidding.
Alright, anything else?
My offhand.
Okay, good. Get him. Get him, Tiger.
Not as good. 15?
Does not hit.
Okay. That's okay. I did pretty good.
You did pretty good.
I feel pretty good about it anyway.
You should. Let's get Bra and Soul in this battle.
Alright,
So it went from hurting to killing.
No, I said tie it up.
yeah. Haven't
She's the
decided.
only one. She straight up attacked it.
Yeah.
You're in the corner,
That's
shush.
true.
I'm thinking it's come down to that because I don't know how we'd get away from it afterwards. Anyway, after we saw it burrow into the ground
Sure.
and disappear.
Sure.
Briefly.
So yeah, I will. Hell with it. Bonus action dash and
Okay.
just get up right next to Coraline
Okay.
and
Like on the other side here.
yeah,
Yeah. We'll just call it that. Okay.
and just attack.
Bam.
Hell with it.
Advantage.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a hit. Oh, but that's a natural 20. Nice.
Okay.
Sneak attack.
Okay.
Natural 20 sneak attack.
Let's see attack damage.
This
Is my first fallen?
No.
Okay.
So do I need to roll? I don't know.
You don't know.
And then the sword itself. God awful.
It's like a fireball right
More
now.
like God awesome.
Feels so good.
10d6.
96. Good thing it's full damage.
Nice.
Wow.
Interesting. 40 damage
Okay.
total.
Alright.
Nice.
Anything else on your turn?
No.
Alright, Soul, Spot Leopard.
Alright. Dash to the wall opposite from me, the corner that is farthest from me.
There?
Next one up.
Here?
Yep.
Okay.
Is I'm still under the assumption that I'm the
You're
bait.
the bait. Okay.
La, 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 la,
Alright,
la.
sounds good. Tom. Shield.
Sure.
Okay. Totrix. Lilith.
Well, I was hoping we could take it alive, so.
Never.
Okay.
But apparently Coraline says never, and so I'm gonna use my rope here, and can I make an attempt to tie this thing up
Sure.
with my rope?
Sure.
Do I? It's just a straight roll. I guess. Does it being unconscious and fairy fire improve my chances
Not
of tying it up?
Just stunned.
So, yeah.
I will give you advantage.
It's got big rocky legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a survival, right? 11.
Yeah, you did such a good job. Anything else on your turn?
I will stay right where I'm at. I'm assuming that was my action
That was
too.
your action to do that.
Bonus. Nope, I will stay right where I'm at.
At the end of your turn, he's no longer stunned. Has 3 people around him. Look at that 4 attacks to make.
Does
So,
he break my rope that I tied?
Yeah.
I assume.
not even, like, just kind of flexes a little bit. One little pop. So one I'm gonna swing out at Lilith in front of him for a 22 to hit. I believe that hits.
Weaker.
Lilith, 7 points as he swings at you with one of his claws.
7. He had over a 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're distracted, but I did say it.
20 something.
20 something.
I apologize.
You're fine. Second claw at Bra. Ooh, totally misses. I'm assuming with a 9.
Yes.
Okay. And then third claw at Coraline.
I love when things swing at me.
Ooh, dang. Also, this is an 11. Switching
That's okay.
dice.
I'm gonna use my reaction to try to hit him.
Get him.
Post.
That's an 18.
Nope. Does not hit.
Okay.
And then because you did that, we'll bite at you.
Okay.
With a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think so. Damn, my dice are so good when I can't hit anything. We are. I only did 1 attack. At Coraline Bronze Soul.
Oh, we're there already.
How dare you try to hit
We are
me?
there already.
Assuming that we're still following the plan, I'm gonna try to
I think
loudly
so.
bait it over here
Great.
again.
Do your performance
Yes.
check. Are you so excited about this?
I am.
Okay.
Señor Zorn! El oro es brillante! Para el sol! With a 4.
You're doing so Alright.
Chink, 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 chink.
Broad Coraline.
Swinging at it.
Okay.
22.
Does hit.
So
I think my weapon attack last round did well.
I'll give you a perception check.
I'm gonna take my action to do that.
No, I'll give you 2 for free.
You're so merciful.
I know. I know this last time of Breeze and not being able to take
Yeah.
it.
Perception, eh? Well, 8.
Great, you did so good last time.
Alright.
Keep that up.
Doing a great job. Keep it
Because I rolled a 1.
up. Not a halfling.
You even think that it might be doing more damage than usual. That's how good it is.
okay, I'm using a bardic inspiration as well.
Sure.
It's a defensive one because he's swinging at me now.
Yeah, of course.
So it is. Let me make sure. Yes, 12
Okay.
non-magical damage.
Okay.
And I get a bonus to my AC.
I thought you missed it.
No.
With your
hit it.
riposte.
Not
My
riposte,
roast, yes, this is my
turn
attack
now.
action.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna go offhand with a 24.
Does hit.
7
Okay.
damages, non-magical.
Okay.
I am done for now.
I will
Okay.
Just attack with my short
Go
sword
for
since
it.
it did so well
So
last
funny,
time.
so good. You did the best.
Ooh. Yeah, it's a hit, but man, 19 plus
Good.
6,
Yeah, that does hit.
but almost a 20 again.
Which short sword are you using?
The regular one. I didn't use. I'm not assuming that drow poison is going to work on this thing, so I'm not
No, that's
trying. But it's sneak attack, so that's something. 18.
Does not hit. Oh, that was your damage. Though.
Damage,
Hit it.
yeah.
Sorry, continue.
18 damage, and then. Well, since my weapons are doing so well, I'll offhand strike it
Great.
with my dagger.
Go for it.
Because I think they're doing so well. Ooh, I rolled 2 6s, so 12.
Does not hit. Okay, cool. Okay, so Soul, you did your super good dance. Coraline and Bra were done. Tomna, shield up.
Mm-hmm.
Quotrix.
Round number 4.
Lilith. You guys are making it a lot faster too, so we're good.
Yeah. Sorry.
Protection. Let's get the chair.
Good point.
Hey Lilith, what are we doing?
I am going to. It's 10 feet tall, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I will
Uh-oh.
cast darkness, but can I do it at a higher up so that it's like above our heads, but its head is in it?
Isn't it like a sphere of darkness?
It's I don't know the radius. But so that lowest point is like it's covering its face so we can see it.
But I think you have to cast it at a point you can see.
So I
Up
couldn't
in the
see
air
above
above
his
it.
head, yeah.
Right, but you wouldn't.
Okay, so I won't do that then.
Why
I
don't
will
you do
just.
that?
He's also.
Smells the money too, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna.
You can.
I was
yeah.
10-foot radius.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not gonna do anything.
He's
I just
also
meant more
glowing
to
with
give it, like,
magical
this-
light, so
It's not gonna,
gonna.
because it smells the coins on you. It doesn't give it disadvantage. It has blind sight.
Again in the corner.
She decided not
I
to
know.
do it,
Okay.
so
So
I
will
waited
just
until after she decided.
The point you shoot.
strike at it.
Okay.
25 to
Does
hit.
hit.
My magic fists.
Okay.
I do 6 points of damage.
Alright.
Strike number 2
Okay.
with a 22
Does hit.
with 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do one bonus action attack with 19 plus 8.
Does hit.
Hey, max damage. 11 points of magic
Nice.
fisty damage.
Okay. We are at me. Good. Let's switch dice. One claw each of you, so Lilith with a 19 to hit.
Just barely.
Just barely.
Thought we knew that you hit.
For 9 slashing damage. One at Bra with, ooh, I can do this time. A 25
Yo.
for 8 slashing damage. Coraline, 19 to hit you.
Oh yeah, I can definitely do
no.
that. I kept forgetting
Okay.
that last week.
And then
Dodge half of
my bite attack, the most damage. Lilith, you're doing the most damage right now.
I'm doing the most damage?
Yes, you are, because yours is actually magical. So that's a 27 to hit you. And ooh, this will be fun. 2, 3, 4. The bite is 24. 24 piercing damage with that bite.
I will tell that my fists are doing more damage than their
No, but
like
he just bit
weapons.
you. So you might.
Now you know that you've been hurting it more.
Now you know that you're the primary target, but you don't know why. Plus you had the food earlier, so it might be that. We're not sure. That brings us to Coraline, Bra, and Soul. Soul, you're gonna dance in the corner.
Are we still trying to have it chase me?
Kill it!
Okay.
And then
Oh,
I'm
new
gonna swing
plan.
at it.
We're
Alright.
killing it.
Sway.
That's super shitty.
We're holding it.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my offhand.
Okay.
Because I know a 13 misses. And
It does.
16 also
Also
misses.
misses. Bruh.
Oh, that was interesting. Damn it. 13.
Does not hit.
And the bonus action dagger.
Okay.
Total of 19.
Does hit.
Hey, we found the number. And the massive damage coming in. Oh wait, that gets to be sneak attack. So 13.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Since Cameron missed.
Okay. That brings us to. Oh, sorry. So now that you know that you're part of the battle,
Yeah.
you're part of the battle.
So, interaction to yell something simple to them.
Great.
Dash to move 80 feet closer to murder time.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Oh my gosh, you're there.
Oh.
Nice.
So,
That was even while you were on the statues. That was your movement and action to dash, so that would be.
yep.
Okay.
And,
You are there.
don't have my weapon out because I've been holding a bag
Because you're
of
rolling the
money.
we'll figure the rest out later.
Welcome to the
Tama,
fun.
shields.
Here we go, killing again, and I'm gonna start dashing towards it.
Alright.
Chunk, 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 chunk.
What's your movement?
So I'm gonna. It's 60 feet with the
Okay.
dash.
Oh dang, you're right here. Do you want to like be? You could be here or here, I think.
On that side, yeah.
Okay. Quick tricks. I'm at 5.
Yes, ma'am.
Lilith.
Halfway through.
I
You
will
just got chomped. Heck, that chomp.
magic fisty it. That doesn't hit there. It's
Okay.
23
Does.
for 11 points of magic fisty
Hey.
damage. And then I will use a key point,
Okay.
and I'll do 4 attacks. And that's gonna be 20 something.
Does hit.
Let's see. 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And last attack is a miss.
Okay. Me. Alright. This was the good dice last time. Let's see if it still works. Still 3 main targets
Yeah.
around me. So swipe at bra. Yep, with a 22.
Yeah.
Which is this one, which is 10 or not magic, 10 slashing. Sorry.
Uncanny
I wish I was magic. Okay. At Coraline, not high enough. I think with an 11.
Nope.
And then
But I can use my reaction.
okay.
That's cocked. That is 24.
Does hit.
D68.
Yep.
Damn.
11.
Okay.
Non-magical.
Non-magical.
Yeah.
That's my reaction to attack.
Alright. That gets me to Lilith with a 20,
That hits.
like 6.
She does beat the crap out of you, doesn't she?
I know. For 10, slashing damage with my claw, and then final bite. I'll take out Lilith with a 24.
Are you using those dice?
I'm actually using the dice that looks the most like the earth. Sam gave it to me.
Oh.
I know.
How dare you?
Thanks, Sam. It's 22
Damage?
with a bite. Yes, piercing damage.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
It's like
You've
5 to
done
10.
more than that to me. It's fine. That's to Coraline Bra and Soul. Also, he's looking hungrily at your food above your head.
it would have to be on my back.
Okay.
As I'm running.
Sure.
Like,
So she's looking hungrily at you because it's trying to see through you to the gold.
I know, I was there.
I am.
Okay. Yeah, so Coraline Bra and Soul.
I'm going to use a healing word on her.
Okay.
3rd level. 9. Sorry, that was shitty. And make it count.
Okay.
Yeah. 14.
Okay.
What's that one? I don't have any more of those. And then, I'm gonna take 2 steps back.
Which die did
Are
you
you disengaging?
No, she has the mobile feet.
Oh, you're using your stupid feet. Okay, 2 steps back.
Yeah,
Into
she's
soul.
actually-
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Alright, broad soul.
Does it seem like it's getting beat up
It
yet?
looks quite a bit bloodied. It's not doing so hot. It still looks hungry, but also is very hurt.
Alright. I'll just keep attacking.
Okay.
Short sword. 21.
Does hit.
So that's nice. $27 non-magical.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, well then. Well, you know, in one of its eyes.
Sure.
I don't know where the eyes
Sure.
are, but.
Are you a tall one or a short one? I can never remember.
I'm relatively tall.
Comparatively
orc.
tall.
I'm an orc, so.
Okay, yeah. So you can reach
Compared to
this
half
thing.
his
I'm
Yeah.
6'1".
parties.
So as it starts to kind of wobble with hunger and frustration and death, and you stab right up into its eye.
Alright.
It is a dead Zorn. Well done, you guys. A couple
Cotrix
seconds later, Cotrix, your 30 seconds later, your
Identify spell.
identify spell goes off. What does your identify spell teach you?
My identify spell will teach me quite a bit about this particular thing. So, you choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is magic item or some other magic-imbued object, you learn its properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Okay. This.
Complete and utter history.
Yeah.
Cast
Yeah, right.
Wikipedia.
A creature sitting in this throne
Okay.
cannot tell a lie.
Does the throne look mobile in any sort of...
This throne is surprisingly light for its size. Probably not light enough for you to carry it, but that is the transmutation I was trying to figure out what that would be. It's lighter than it actually looks.
Do I know of any history about a dwarven throne that made people not be able to tell
I
lies?
don't know if you get that from your Wikipedia spell, but you can probably do a history check.
Yeah, I'd be fine with trying to do a history check. 25.
This is indeed the chair that you were asked to keep an eye out for.
This is indeed the chair.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I have found the chair of the last coronal of Ilfharn. I will excitingly jump up. Eureka!
Okay.
Who's
Look
that?
around and they're surrounding the Zorn who has been stabbed 30 seconds ago.
I thought you guys said you weren't going to kill it.
Kill what?
She changed her mind and
I didn't do it.
oh, what the hell?
It started swinging at people.
Did the bait trick not work?
I stuck with the plan. I wasn't able to hit it.
Yes
so.
and no.
By the way, this is the chair that I was talking about. If one were to sit in this potential chair, you would not be able to tell a lie.
Can we test it?
Sure.
I'm gonna
I'll
start
sit-
crawling
I'll sit down in the
Zorn's
chair.
mouth to see if there's anything that hadn't finished eating. Like
Wait.
inside of the mouth. Like,
So
okay.
as yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Just start rooting around.
Investigation.
Gross.
I'll sit down in the chair. Ask me a question.
Well,
I got one.
Okay.
Okay,
I had
you
to
can
verify.
go. You can go.
I had to verify that it was stable with a natural 20 on my investigation.
Okay, give me a second to figure out. I'm assuming lows with your usual. Okay. And then Bill, I saw your hand up.
Yeah, I was gonna search for my dagger that I threw earlier.
Okay. Do you, investigate for your dagger.
I imagine I have a couple questions coming apparently.
I just want to get
Some
the.
of us who were here
Uh-huh.
and have been really low on questions, would like to ask them so I could keep up with the class. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
As far as
nice.
I'm concerned, you can each take
How
a
many have you turned
question.
in?
Okay,
I don't know how many I've turned.
so, boss, previously we had discussed that you have tattoos, but we didn't know each other well enough to know the significance of yours. So, what's the significance of the tattoo that you won't tell me about?
It's not actually a tattoo. It's a brand. One of the schools I attended while I was in the arcane studies, I joined a particular group. And to become a member of this group, I had to become branded.
I guess it works. I was just gonna say, like, try to say that, like, one of my tattoos wasn't the right color that it was, but.
Oh, you could have asked that me when I would have told you without sitting in the chair.
But now we know.
Wait. No, I wouldn't. I can't lie.
Yeah. What color is this blue tattoo, boss? Say it's red.
It's the tattoo is blue.
I think you're lying. Let me see. I want to go sit in the chair. No, I'm like, I think.
Don't you have a question for me?
No, I think
I
she
haven't
does.
gotten very many either, so.
Do you have a question for me?
What's your earliest memory?
Well, the strange thing about my earliest memory is that I remember this floating castle going by, and it traveled in a circle. And directly behind it was a dragon, and it was breathing fire. Every night, it would circle my bed as I was trying to fall asleep. It terrified me for years.
That's midnight.
The mobile.
I'm so happy right now.
Never trust a dragon again.
Good.
So I got
Or a
one
castle.
for ya. What makes you respect a person?
Well, honestly, I'd have to tell you, that's a long question. I'll answer it later.
Did I get another one of these in my? I just have 4 lines right now.
I didn't get an answer, so I can't give you
Honestly,
mine.
honestly, I have to say that I'm respectful of not being killed. So one
So
of the
if
things,
someone doesn't kill you, you respect them?
yeah, pretty much.
Alright. I don't know if I can turn that in.
I have nothing right now. I'll take
Yeah, I
it.
know. Haven't found proper opportunities for the questions I have.
I will stand up from the chair and gesture to the chair. Would anybody else like to try?
I'll sit.
Where would you rather be right now?
Isn't there options on that one?
Where would you rather be right now,
Okay.
Lilith?
Sorry.
That's the question.
I have a couple of those. Where would I rather be right now? Really, I am right where I want to be. With that's the
Tommy crawls out of the Zora
right
That's great.
with some gold and some other stuff.
anywhere with bra is where I want to be.
Oh, you think he's brawny, huh?
I'm sorry, I've been watching Game of Thrones.
Brownie,
Anywhere with bra is where I want to be. So
Did you find anything? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, let's go ahead. Oh wait.
Did you find anything in there?
The stuff that you put inside with it.
Oh,
Good
job.
Didn't have time to
Thank you.
digest
Thank you
that.
for making sure I wasn't attacked. I appreciate that.
Sure. And we came in here with a mission, right?
Yes. We could actually transport this chair back up, I believe, if we wanted to.
We can carry that.
Yeah, it's
one that's
deceptively light. I can't lift it, but I know Soul
She's
could.
small.
Could you lift it while it's
Sure
sitting
doesn't
there?
look like.
It's lighter than it appears, but it's not necessarily like light, so just keep that in mind.
I give it the old college try.
Go for it.
I'm so silly.
I'm uneducated, by the
What's
way.
your favorite thing to do in your free time?
I like to write in my journal.
13?
What are we playing? Get to know somebody right now? What the
Little
fuck is
heavy
going
fire.
on?
He's been
You
in
can't
so
lie
long.
if you sit in the chair.
I like to observe people and write my thoughts of them. And I kind of like get up out of my like that scared me, so I'm like get up out of my chair, like I revealed too much. Like pop up like
Would you like
the
to
chair's
try?
the devil.
What do you mean? I don't.
It's got magic that you can't
Well,
lie.
yeah, but what do you mean? Do I want to try? Like, am I supposed to ask people shit?
No, I guess you just sit in a chair and people ask you things.
Fuck it. I'll sit down in the chair.
Are you an only child?
I don't
Did
know.
you say ugly or only?
Only.
Okay, I didn't think I wrote the other one, but I.
You don't know? Then
Ooh.
you don't know who raised you.
I wasn't exactly raised. I was more kind of used.
Is that why you hate
Used by
arcade users?
you.
Is that why you hate arcade users?
That
You're right,
sass
I'm
is real.
Who were you used by?
There was a mage in a tower that I got away from.
Yikes.
That's really disappointing. Mages shouldn't be allowed to experiment like that. It's one of the things that I want to study and prevent.
Well, it worked out and he's going to produce flame.
Yeah, it did work out for you. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions for Tom?
What's your strongest held belief?
That bitch needs to die.
That wizard.
Mage bitch.
And then if you'll
Grant me one. I'll ask you something. What is your greatest fear? If you're willing to answer.
that I'll get there and not be able to finish the job.
Good one.
I'd definitely be willing to be the arcane to prevent you from getting hurt by that particular person.
The last I remember about that place, she was very powerful. I'm here to prepare myself for there.
I like to learn from other mages and stop those that are causing harm. For sure.
That's kind of what I'm trying to do.
Well, we could take the chair and return it to the surface if we wanted to. Or we could...
Well, what's
we could leave
that
it.
gonna do for us? And how do we get it there? I guess we've got the raft.
We do have the raft. Hopefully it's still attached back where we left it. But didn't we pass that earlier ferryman?
The old soul negotiation.
Yeah, we saw the ferryman, but what? He was just standing there. What's he gonna do for us?
I imagine if we gave him coin, he'd probably take us to his destination. And we could at least get the throne to Skullport.
Do you think it'll be safe there?
I don't think it's going to be safe anywhere down here.
So why were you trying to find it?
Because this is our Dell.
Gotcha.
You guys have your stupid reason for being down here. This is ours. We're even Stevens.
Well, that was just more of our way in.
Honestly, the chair is meaningless to me. It's a lost relic of an ancient kingdom. The Elven Kingdom was once...
belongs in a museum.
It belongs in a museum, studied by fellow scholars, and potentially we could, I don't know, use the chair to stop corruption, if at all possible.
Make that money.
I hate it when people drone
I'm not
on.
against it. I'm just curious.
Why don't we just take it back up
That's the truth.
ourselves?
I'm
Might take
sitting in
some
the
time,
chair. I
but
never said I got
We
up.
really trust people in Skullport to get it up there for us?
No more than I trust anybody up in the tavern that we met, including the elf that told me about the chair.
Well, we want to go downriver, but we need to get. You want to get to the ferryman for that? He's back upriver.
You do notice that there's a door on the opposite side here.
Maybe we should check this door.
Maybe you should check the door.
I know where it goes, but
Maybe
We're trying not to metagame.
I
know.
We're really trying.
You're doing a great job.
This
He
one
is so
ever sink?
far away.
Brah, have a seat in the chair. You asked others questions. It should only be fair.
that is a fair point. Okay, I'll take a seat.
I'm gonna get this stupid shit-eating grin on my face. About, have you ever been in love?
No, not yet.
Then my
Looks very
suspicion was
kindly at
wrong.
Lilith.
I'm gonna look over at Lilith.
On the subject of love, what do you think of children?
Oh my
They're noisy little bastards.
Not Bill. Raw.
I know.
Okay.
Brah, what would you do if you were lost in the forest?
I'll probably remain lost. I've never been in the forest.
Frankly, I was a kid when you took me in.
And you were a noisy little bastard.
I probably was.
What makes you
In his hat.
respect a
To
person?
be
Hang
quiet.
on.
Okay, one at a time.
What makes you respect a person?
We were just like, this chair is like a callous person.
Quick, dish him out!
I know. Never thought about that.
Grace
one.
hates this chair.
I love this chair. It's great. We're getting actual stuff happening. I missed one, I think. Who did I miss? Oh, Lilith.
I'm not even sure on that.
Is that the answer enough? I'm not sure.
respect no one.
Well, he's
we'll
gonna have
dig
a
more into
reason
that
for
one.
respect, but yeah, he'll answer it, but I'll think about it.
Okay.
and
You just
get
might
the
you have to
answer
think
back
about
to you
this
guys.
and
Yeah. So she can get the credit for it, but
well, I'll get a tour when you actually answer
Alright.
it.
about my backstory. So.
Well, I appreciate you guys all taking a turn in the chair, and the chair is movable by soul.
He hasn't been able to lift it yet.
Oh, he's been trying.
People have been sitting in it.
Oh.
It's heavier when they're sitting in it, isn't it?
I thought you were going to sit in it.
I was, but if we're
Oh. Have a seat. Please have a seat, Salt.
Oh yeah. I'll sit down and adamantly try to say that one of my tattoos is the wrong color. Make sure that this isn't a
Okay.
sudden like happy, fun time
Yeah.
bonding session. Like this chalk is this chalk
You
is.
can do it.
Is this what you do in your free time?
Sometimes, yes. This is how I found him.
He's not factually wrong.
Bro, what's your strength?
There were other components
Four.
to it, but not
No,
terribly
I'm sorry.
far
So
off.
what am I doing this?
let me ask you,
What's
Soul.
your strength
Or
score?
you were gonna-
My strength score is 16.
Okay,
Is that what you mean?
sure.
Got powerful.
Are you powerful builds?
No, I'm a half orc
Okay.
because I learned my lesson from playing someone
I
else.
thought the half orc had powerful builds.
I think it's I only have savage crit and proficiency and intimidation. Orky boys are powerful built.
Oh, he looks that up. So I think we discussed this earlier, but just to make sure I clarify, what is it you are hoping to uncover here?
One size larger.
It considers me one size larger for lifting.
I
things, yes.
I don't know
want
what the lifting
to
rules are.
definitively know that the soulmonger or something like it will never be used against my people again.
So you wish to uncover make sure there's no any powerful weapons down here or magic weapons.
Soulmonger is a fate worse than a weapon.
So nothing similar to Soulmonger.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's what I had thought.
My people suffered on account for all of you for that. I'm here to prevent another one.
And I'm here to assist you. and learn.
I have an answer for mine. Anyone, not anyone, but people that will help to abolish slavery.
That's for Sam.
I wrote my name on it. And Bra answered the question. People that will help abolish slavery.
That is a respectable point for me.
Cool.
Lifting. What are the rules for lifting?
Hey, you Smarties.
Just know off the top of
Yes.
your head.
If you count a size larger, what's your maximum lift weight?
So it should be in the monsters manual under size
Okay.
category, or it's under strength check.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I believe it's under one of those two.
Let's get this chair out of here.
Okay. Strength score multiplied by 15.
Okay, what's your strength score?
11.
Multiplied by 15,
That's
unless
carrying capacity.
Yeah.
Lifting and
Twice your carrying capacity is your lift, or 30 times your strength score. Twice the other, yeah.
11 by 15.
Well, lifting isn't going to do us much good. We want to carry it.
And then carrying was double.
Lift is double.
Lifting is double. Carrying is not double.
Lift,
Carrying
push, or drag is double the carrying capacity.
Okay, so your carrying capacity was 165.
you could drag it.
Yeah.
You could sure
We
drag
could
it.
definitely drag it, because that's not going to wear it.
okay, for each size category above medium,
Okay.
double the creature's carrying capacity and the amount it can push, drag, or lift.
Okay, so
There it
instead of
is.
11, it will be
Just getting to that, too.
22.
It's
Yeah.
right there.
So
That's a 325. Okay. Alright, continue with your talking while I do some
yeah, and what's your strength score?
Is 16.
16. So it's 15 times 16 that you can lift.
I had it as 10 times when I looked it up.
Like he just said, it's
Yeah. 15 times 16 for him, and then 15 times 11 times 2
Sure.
for me.
I can carry 240 pounds then.
That is enough between the two of you. It's about 500 pounds. Okay, continue with your chair.
Can
talk.
you? Do you have any abilities to generate some poles that we could lash this thing to? I see you like summon creatures. I've heard of druids that have been able to craft like wood.
Did you just say druid craft without actually saying druid craft?
Yes, I did.
And also, it wouldn't work that way. No, I don't. I was not formally trained. Most of my training came from running away from wolves and talking to squirrels and convincing them to let me take some of their stashes and stuff.
Obviously, the throne is too big to fit in the bag of holding.
Correct.
No, only the asshole squirrels.
Are we done with
I
the
don't-
truth-telling chair? In terms of the truth-telling parts?
Honestly, all we were asked to do for the particular person back in Waterdeep was to let them know if we found the chair. We don't actually have to take it anywhere. I just didn't want necessarily another group to come along and find it because adventurers are always coming into Undermountain. I kind of wanted to have the discovery be a credit of ours.
Well, it's worth taking. We can take it, so that's something.
We could like shove it in Zorn's mouth.
And what would that do for us?
And if we just told him we find it, and because somebody else could just walk into the room and see the chair, right?
I'm not sure whether or not the Zorn would digest the chair as
We're
it
not trying to get
I
it
think
to
he's trying to
digest.
hide underneath the Zorn. Like break it over like a...
We could find
mean,
a
it's-
shallower part in
But I mean,
the
if we're
water. and
Going
stick
that
it
way anyway.
in the
let's just
water.
take
One
it.
voice at a time, guys.
Okay. So we can stick it in the water.
hide
Bill,
it
what are you
over-
saying?
He was saying take it
take it out.
But if we're looking to take it there anyway, I don't see why.
I'd like to open both the doors into the south.
Great. Hey, you see the ferryman?
Does the boat look apparently big enough to be able to carry all of us and the chair?
Nope. But you do have a raft downriver somewhere, so you could like together get the ferry and the raft and the chair and the people. Ultimately.
Would you mind coming with me to go get our other raft?
Sure.
Coraline, care to join us?
Split the party. Split the party.
I have one more question when we come back. about the rest
You can ask it before we leave. Would you three mind getting the chair over towards the entrance and protect each other?
We can do that. I think we can guard the chair.
Ask your question
of it.
before
How
we
do
go.
you really feel about Quatrix?
Does he leave first?
I don't care.
I'll stand there.
Okay.
Are you sitting in the chair?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you really feel about me?
Easy money. Kills efficiently. Makes me kill better. Pretty alright.
All right, then we will go get into the ferryman. I will give the ferryman 3 gold
Okay.
and ask him to take us down to the raft that's downstream a
Okay.
little bit.
He does so, and you would do it safely.
Then I will ask Tomna, would you mind rowing the raft back up? You're probably the strongest one of us.
Sure. I'll give it a shot.
Do
See
so.
what happens.
I will
Yeah.
move the rope from the pole that's holding the raft
Okay.
onto the ferryman's raft.
Great.
Give him another gold coin and ask him to take us back to
Okay.
the landing that we just left.
Okay.
So that's 4
He
gold.
does so silently and glides through the water. You unhook the raft. The spiders are still on it, but you know.
Produce flame and.
Great. Just burn it. Burn the raft too. No.
Well,
Maybe the raft's a little singed.
so the thing is around the outside, so he's on holding
Alright,
the produce
alright,
flame and go around the.
Alright. How about a dexterity check just for fun?
Dexterity check.
Yes.
That's a 17.
Okay. Yeah. You're fine. Not singed at all. Dang it.
I mean, the raft is wet.
Yeah.
Now the question is, do we go all the way back to Waterdeep or do we take it to Skullport? I don't believe that we can get to Waterdeep through this particular river. Remember, we had to go through the sewers, and I'm not sure that you two want to try to drag the chair all the way back through the sewers. That's why I suggested Skullport.
That's where you're wrong. I will carry this thing because we found a Zorn. I have too much money for my own good down here. Take this thing back, get paid, get better stuff, go back down, fight, win.
Okay.
Well, if we're going that far, you gonna split this money with us?
Absolutely.
Then I'll do it.
Okay.
Because we
The
can
fame of
always come
finding-
back.
The fame of finding, listen, the fame of finding it will go a long way for, I believe, all of us to get a little bit of reputation and potential better equipment.
So what you're saying is there is not a monetary value attached to this chair.
I'm unsure if there's a monetary value attached to this chair. I'm fairly confident that the elven descendants of the Ilfarin kingdom would like to know where their chair is.
Did this person ever state that they were descendant of this Ilfarin kingdom?
I didn't say I was going to give it to that person, did I?
Brother Orkin, we lift.
Yes.
We win.
Lifting.
So apparently we want to take the chair all the way back out of Undermountain.
No, not
Yeah.
we.
You.
You.
Do you want to stay here by yourself?
I'm going with because I have to.
You don't have to.
I am
Or
not
you
happy
to
about
not
this.
die.
Anybody want to stay here just before I continue moving around?
Want?
I did,
Yes. Going to?
I did move the
No.
boat a little bit, so let's just follow along.
I don't know. You don't. I don't. If
Okay.
you have to.
Let's do a little montage
Okay.
Okay.
where you row up the river and you get to the sewers and you drag the chair through the sewers and then you end up back in Waterdeep, the little bar, and you're like, "Hey, Bolo Vamp, what up? Look,
Do we want to give it to this guy?
we found your chair."
I don't want to give
are
it
you doing?
to. I don't want to like be that obvious about
Okay,
Golden
okay.
Fan.
All right. So what are we doing? You're in the city.
We can stash it there at the entrance to the sewer.
You
Keep it
might.
in there.
Find 2 little boys
Yeah.
who are more than willing to
To
watch
show us
the
a hiding
kids.
place?
Yes.
Okay.
Or if we think we can get it done in under an hour, I can leave a bunch of wolves here and tell them to attack anybody that tries to touch the fucking chair.
I have a better idea. What about old Magic Bubble?
She would
She
have to
can't
stay
leave it.
with the bubble.
She can't
You
leave
can't
it.
leave
You can't
it.
leave
Yeah,
it.
no, I can't.
Actually, yeah, you can't leave it. You're
You
the
can
only
leave
one
it
that
unseen
can't. The
servants.
rest of
What,
us
what if we
can.
tip it on its back and she like?
I will cast rope trick.
Okay.
Put it about 2 feet off the thing and just
That works too.
share into an extra
Now, just for
dimension.
the record, I'm not sure where we are. Are we in the sewers doing
Yeah.
that? Okay, continuing.
That
way
will last for an hour.
Do we want wolves to guard your rope?
No, the boys will be fine. Don't let anybody climb up the rope, you two. Here's 5 gold each.
You found them very quickly. Okay, sir, thank you. We won't. I don't know what you're doing with this rope, but I'll be good.
Okay. Don't go up the rope either.
What? That sounds like fun.
That's a good lead to your death.
won't.
I'm staying here.
Can I insight check?
Yes, please.
Did they see us put the chair up in there?
Yeah.
26.
They are curious to all.
If you touch that fucking rope, I'll remove all of your fingers.
Okay, sorry. And one of their hands kind of like wasn't touching it.
Who has? How does Tomna feel about children right now?
It's in there somewhere. Yeah, that was so you haven't. Yeah, you haven't really dealt with Graff. He told you that Dylan was down there, but he's the one with the hand out to the thing. Okay, sorry. So yeah, they're gonna guard it.
All right.
As long as
We'll
it's
go
there.
back. I'll find Volothan.
I'm staying there.
Oh, I don't remember what my voice was. Oh, you're back.
Yeah. So, what about the chair? You said to let you know if we came across it, and is there somebody potentially offering any sort of reward for it or information? Or
Of course. You know that elves are very good with weapons. So I have a longbow and silver arrows to whoever can find the chair or tell me where it is in a safe place.
is the longbow magical?
It is a beautifully crafted longbow. I don't think it's magical.
Okay. Would he happen to know how much it's worth?
He would not, but I could probably find it.
Okay. It's the chair of the last coronal of Ilfarn. Do you think I want to trade it for a bow?
I do also have this ink bottle that never runs out of ink. I think that might be more your speed as a wizard.
Well, that it's very, very kind of you to potentially offer that, but I'd like something for the people that helped me retrieve it.
Instead of the longbow and the arrows, I'm sure I could pull together some gold if that would be more what you're interested in.
I don't think this guy really wants this chair. I think we could just go find somebody else. I kind of like tell him off to the side.
Would I know of anybody besides this particular person interested in the chair?
Let's do a history check.
It's gonna be really bad. I just know.
Art people.
22.
Okay. You know that the elves are deeply invested in this chair.
Okay.
You also know that the dwarves are the ones who created it.
Mm-hmm.
You would estimate that both parties are probably fairly interested in this chair. You know it was the Malarkin?
Yeah.
Malarkin dwarves. That sounds like malarkey. Malarkin dwarves that had found the throne and took it to repair it, but you're not really sure where to find them.
All right. Before I go down this rabbit hole, I'm gonna ask a general question. Do I have any idea how long it would take to track down either one of those two potential factions to potentially profit from turning chair into them?
I think it would be a really fun extra adventure for us, but I'm not sure if it would be a quick one.
All right. It is at this point in time. I will let the group know. So,
He's got some stuff that he's willing to trade us, some gold, for the chair, if we want to do it. We also have the option of potentially taking it to the dwarves that made the chair, or the descendants of the original elf kingdom. They would definitely provide us a lot of money to get it there. It would take time from your personal quest to make sure that there are no magical items down within Undermountain. I'm sure you would get training on the journey, but not the type of training that you're looking for, I imagine.
Killing is killing.
It is a tough question. Do we want the quick cash? Well,
I
items.
always want the quick quack. I always want the quick cash. That's why I took this job.
So
you've been the most silent.
one thing to
And you still
consider
will be.
is
I'm not with them.
Oh.
So
in
it's-
comparison to the money that we could receive, this is probably like the difference between a copper and a gold. Because that ugly piece of shit sitting over there wants to hand us a trinket to take an artifact of unique nature and start a bidding war.
Anyone want to hire a bodyguard for this job if you don't want to go, boss?
I'm willing to go wherever you guys want to go, but it's definitely going to take us away from further adventuring into Undermountain for now. You can always come back.
We can tell them where it's at. We could just hide it.
We'd have to find a better hiding place than where it is right now.
Yeah, that hiding place is only going to last
Is he
an hour.
looking at us having this conversation?
We're off to the
I
side.
assume
Yeah.
you stepped outside
Oh, okay.
or something.
So I'm gonna like peek in a window and make sure he's not like casting some spell or some shit.
I'm just enjoying a beer with his friends.
We send letters to these dudes, make them come to us.
There's always that.
Is there a way to make that happen? Do I know?
You do have some little boys that are more than happy to do whatever you want. I don't know how good they
Could
are
tell
at
them they
being
could reach
couriers.
us in Skullport.
I mean, we could hire a professional courier service.
You could probably hire a professional courier service.
Speaking
I think those
of
boys are
hiring,
great.
we can hire
2 boys.
the Bank of Waterdeep to hold it. They don't have to know what it is.
That's not a bad
We
idea.
can crate it up and hire the bank to hold it, put it in like a storeroom until we get word back from somebody that they would like to buy it from.
I like this idea.
And we can always tell them
It
that they
would be
can attempt to reach us through contact in Skullport.
Let's do that then.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Give us a later adventure.
So if I understand correctly, the chair is going to be moved from its hiding place in the ropes to the bank.
We're going to get enough supplies to be able to crate the chair up, like
Okay. The
Like an
500
illicit
chair.
The ark.
substance coming out of the sewers.
like the
Sure.
Ark, Indiana Jones and the Lost Ark crate it,
Yeah,
so that
yeah.
there's shoulder things for him to carry and shoulder things for him to carry.
Okay.
We'll carry it out of the sewers over to the Bank of Waterdeep
Okay.
and get a
Crate it first, so
Vault.
nobody sees exactly what we
Okay.
have. They'll suspect it's valuable, but they won't know how valuable.
Where are you finding the
How
crate?
much do you like this
We're
dude?
buying the supplies
Yeah.
for it, or
Okay.
just buying a crate is what
Let
it
me
sounds
just
like.
see how what the cost of a crate is.
no way
well,
that
that's on the
plan could
list.
go bad.
We're loading this giant thing out of the sewer after
Yeah.
you were just asking in the bar about a throne. It's not obvious at all.
It's fine.
It's a great plan.
Will, as the group returns, will lag behind
Okay.
and do my thiefly skills and make sure we're not followed.
Okay, do a perception check.
Attempt.
I'm gonna give you
make
advantage
sure.
for your
I'm gonna-
police skills.
I don't know where to tell the guy. It's like, it's on the 2nd floor. It got moved and we left it there. Just like some random place.
Where'd it go? 23.
Okay,
After we get into the vault.
are you being followed? How's your
And
list?
then what to do about it? Highs.
You are not being followed. No, you are. Seems like there's a street urchin sneaking up.
Is there now?
I wanna like.
You
Is it nighttime, daytime?
Is it Tana?
No. Just-
I mean, in the sewers and the kind of
Are we in the
gross.
sewers right now?
I mean, you're like traveling between them, but the city's kind of like dusk-ish. We're not really sure what time
Do
it
you
is.
relay that we're being followed?
Yes. As
I-
long as, what's the range on message? 120 feet, I think.
I'm gonna slip into the shadows and
Yeah, I would,
Disappear
I would
behind
message
us.
her because she would be the best to
say, I'm gonna keep an eye.
intercept said target. I
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye on this guy, and I'm gonna kind of go into the shadows and disappear like behind the dude. I'm not gonna like expose myself to him yet. I'm just gonna like
Do
disappear into the
yourself
shadows
because
behind
you're
him.
gonna
Bra,
pass it.
wait, guys, before we go down this rabbit hole,
Yeah.
Bra, you couldn't lag behind because half the crate has to be carried by you.
Oh.
Truth.
I
You
mean,
made it.
technically it could be carried by me, but nobody asked me to fucking carry it. So I'm not lifting a finger to carry it.
I forgot about that. Oh, but no, this is just to where you guys are going to crate it.
This is on the way back.
This
From-
is just on the way
Oh,
back.
okay.
We got some wood or whatever
Okay.
we needed,
I'm
or
still
ink.
trying to look at how much
Yeah.
it's gonna
Yeah,
cost
I'm
for
looking
there.
it up
13
too.
for my stealth roll to disappear into the shadows.
It really doesn't matter. I'm willing to pay 100 gold, so I'm just going to subtract 100 gold and
Oh, okay.
get it
Sure.
just
For
done.
that, I'll give you the box
Are we
and
supposed
I'll
to-
even let the bank store that for
Okay.
a solid 2 months.
Okay.
If I throw in 100 gold, how much longer will they hold it?
I'll
2 more months.
like 3.5 months because of the small cost for the box that you had to buy.
So 5.5 months total.
No, like that would be 3.5 months.
Oh, yeah, total.
How much to get it to 5 months?
An extra 100, I'll call it 5 months.
Alright. On our way
Even though
back,
we're coming back, man. I have no idea when you're coming back. Come back at
Teleport.
once, you'll be there. Okay.
behind this dude,
Sure.
into the
This is a little
shadows
kid, by
behind
the
him.
way. Look at her,
Little
street
kid.
urchin. Yeah, not like a burly guy or anything.
I'm not gonna like attack him. I'm just like I like disappear behind him,
Sure.
and I'm like staying hidden. I want to see if he's truly following us or if it's just like coincidence.
Roll a perception check.
Teach this kid how to swim.
14.
I haven't told you.
It's kind of clear. He sort of wanders down maybe like a side street and then comes back, but he's always sort of following you.
How old does this kid look?
Like 6.
Glad I sent you.
I am going to like in his head be like, I think I smell fresh food over that way, like and pretend to be like a voice in his head.
Performance
Like point.
You're gonna traumatize this poor 6-year-old.
Oh,
Oh my god, it's almost 7.
He knows that it's not a voice in his head. He knows that there's some magic happening. He's going to start and kind of turn around. Will you roll a stealth real quick?
I should change dice because that one's been horrible. 18.
Yeah, 20. He sees you and then freezes and then books into the nearest alley.
I mean, would he know that that was coming from me?
No, but he was startled because of the voice in his head.
And then
looked
there's a
around
person
and then
staring
said,
out
"Oh,
from the
I
darkness."
thought so."
Yeah.
He disappeared into
Into the
the
alley.
alley.
Yeah.
Does it look like he's probably still gonna be following us, or
You
did it
can't
look
see
like
him,
he
he's
lost
in
it?
the alley.
Well, if I look down the alley,
You don't see him.
I don't see him.
Mm.
I gonna go teleporting along and catch back up to the group.
Okay.
I'll
He's
just
gone for now.
keep an eye out behind us, trying to make sure there's
By that,
nobody following
She
us.
means I stabbed the shit out of him and left him in an alley. Nice.
Sure.
How much is a professional couriers to
Well,
get
I
to
did
the-
find that.
Yeah, to get
It's
to
2 copper a mile.
2 copper a
Oh,
mile. I
God.
will plot. I don't know how far it is to these particular
He
kingdoms.
doesn't know either, but he's willing to find it for however much gold you want to go for.
How big is the Sword Coast? Like how many miles?
So you're looking at trying to get with the Elven Kingdom
Yeah.
that it belongs to?
Less than
And the Dwarven
50
Kingdom.
Yeah,
miles
that's where you're
up
setting
and down.
2.
Doors, nice.
So 1 towards where he can find, so he'll have to do some looking around. But 1 message is going to try to go to the Elven Kingdom and 1 to the Dwarven Kingdom.
Yeah.
What's the message you're sending approximately?
Come to Waterdeep for
Found the lost throne of Ilf Arn, currently being held by
No.
I
The
don't know.
Mountaineers.
Okay, I will put the piece of paper down, and together we will write a message
Okay.
letting the different kingdoms know that the lost chair has been discovered.
Okay.
In order to
Chair.
in order to retrieve the chair, they must contact Cotrix, who might possibly be in Undermountain.
Via sending?
They need
So
to
that-
have. You can probably put like a piece of your cloth with it, so that way they can use it as a tool
Sure.
for the sending.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Because they won't know what you look like to do the sending.
Yeah. Okay. And then.
Okay.
Don't change shirts
No.
for the next 5 months.
Also don't mention
We're
that.
stuck in the clothes you just chose to tear off.
Or, keep them in your bag.
Yeah. Maybe not.
I'll just
Okay.
put a couple of hairs in it.
Sure, you do have hair in this game, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cotrix has hair. Thank you very much.
Like,
Yeah.
up until a week ago, he did too. It was just like
I know,
here
here.
instead of here.
Okay, so you send
Nice.
2 messengers out into the world, one towards the dwarves, one towards the elves,
Yeah.
with a little bit of hair in these 2
Yeah.
messages.
Yep.
And your chair is going to be held at the bank.
Nope. That is not listed on it. The chair has been found.
No. Sorry, end of that line. The chair is held at the bank.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Just making sure I understand what happened. You go get it from the boys and take it to the bank and
Yeah.
plop down the
Yeah.
gold for 5 months worth of.
Yeah.
How
storing
much
the
for
chair.
5 months worth of extra arcane security?
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't think that the Bank of Waterdeep has extra
I don't
arcane
think it needs
security.
it.
It's so when you select an option for them to have extra arcane security, people are gonna try and fucking steal it. If
We
it's a
don't want-
box in a room with a bunch of other boxes, it's much less likely to be noticed.
Plus it's heavy, so.
That we loaded out of a sewer after we specifically asked the barkeep about this throne.
Well,
So
no,
clean the box and lead line it. Problem solved.
Well, yeah, we could lead line, lead line might work really well.
It is where it is right now. At this point in time,
Maybe next time we come back up, we'll lead line it.
Sure.
Gotta go find some lead.
Alright. Any shopping we're gonna do in Waterdeep, I'm gonna say wait till next time. Because I am a sicky poo and I do wanna go home. So if we're okay with stopping here in Waterdeep, or so we can do a little bit of shopping if you want to before heading back.
I did hear some people wanted to potentially gear up,
Yeah, I think that's what I heard.
and
Well,
For the
doing the gearing up
Okay,
through electronically during the week.
I'm okay with that. I'm
So
gonna
that we
be
could
okay
just
with
get
that.
back into
Nail it
role-playing
out, and
next
Yeah.
then when we
Uh,
come back.
do
I
the
will,
group chat.
and I'll assume if you need it, that we'll sleep here for 24 hours or so before heading back down. So if you
Get a
want to
long rest
call it
in.
a long rest, we can do that. I know that only a few spells were used, but we can really
Yeah,
really
but-
armor up.
Assume that we're staying in town for a
No, I
day.
meant
Yeah,
like-
just stay in town for a day.
I
and
did
then we
wanna-
can-
I did want to caveat and kind of plagiarize somebody's idea.
Okay.
I will let Volothamp know
Yes.
that the throne was found on the 3rd level of Undermountain. I
Okay.
will describe the precise location of the throne, and I will
Okay.
describe precisely what the throne did,
Okay.
and then reach out and say, I would like the bottle of ink. You can keep the arrows.
Okay. So what you're doing is not lying at all
No,
because you did find it there.
correct.
Let's do a check for this just to make
Okay.
sure that he doesn't see where it is.
Stealing my
Not
name.
deception. Not deception.
Persuasion?
Persuasion.
To get advantage since it's actually the truth.
No, it's
Just
just
making it not deception is true.
It doesn't matter. It's either way it goes.
Sure.
It's the same number.
Okay.
It is a 3.
Great. Okay.
And keep in mind
yes.
that I might have droned on for about 10 minutes of the
Sure.
precise ritual that I used to
Yeah,
perform,
'cause you really-
identify,
Yeah.
and exactly what the chair looked like.
Yeah.
And I'm in the background.
Yes, yeah. His eyes might have glazed over a couple of times
There's a
during.
small stain on the wall, a slight streak down it.
I'm like just
Sure.
twiddling like a throwing stars.
That is not high enough for him to give that over. He'll toss you a couple gold for the information.
How much do you want for the file?
Give me a second.
Okay, you can decide that next week if you want.
Okay.
You can take time. to
I will
research
say
it.
out loud though, clearly he doesn't want it if he's not willing to part with anything for it. Maybe we should go talk to somebody else.
I feel like you left for like a couple hours through the bank stuff, but sure, you can say that now.
Well, we would have come
We
back
came
after the
back
bank.
to talk to the guy.
because
So
you were
yeah.
gone for an hour during the bank stuff.
It's cool. Get back with me
It's
next
fine.
week.
Yeah.
Would you mind?
Things to think about.
Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
One
To
more thing,
cover-
sorry.
To cover the
Oh,
couriers going out, I'll do 100 for one and 100 for the other.
Okay.
Gold wise.
Sure.
Okay.
I did not spend very much. So
Alright.
this will cover their go do my job. Thank you very much.
Stop being screen.